or I should say Miss Coffee. And believe me, nobody wants that mess, okay? So let's keep it private for the venting section. So that is all we have over in the Discord for right now. We'll be back over to the Discord here in a little bit, but for right now, we are going to switch over to the diamond painting scene. Are we ready? Would you be willing to show how to design overlays for Twitch or know of some resources where I could find out? I can show you how to do it. Speaking of that, I need to go over to Stream Elements real quick because I just noticed one of my little finger doodles isn't working. Oh, I forgot I can just turn this on. Yes, Happy New Year's, everyone. Hopefully everyone has a happy and safe New Year's. We'll be here until about 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, so get those projects ready. Love you. I just noticed one of the little things that moving on my screen. So we're gonna go in here. What exactly are you wanting to know about the overlays? Just how to do them? I'll be safe because I'm not going anywhere. Stay my butt right at home. Facts. I ain't going nowhere either. Don't feel bad. I ain't going a goddamn place. Nope. Staying my ass right in this house. Yes. Yeah, I can show you how to do that. So we're gonna get rid of this real quick. Layers. Okay, where did it put it though? Oh, okay. So we're gonna move this, we're gonna move this. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Because my little thing decided that it did not want to work properly. Setting. And I've set up my thing here so that it... There we go. There we go. All right. Marsha, welcome in. How you doing today? Did you get a chance to get a new controller for your Switch? I did not. I haven't. I've been working on this all morning. Yeah, I'll be home. Hubs is working tonight and New Year's Day. Let's go. So let's put on something a little less like gonna make you spill your drills and a little bit more chill, shall we? Everything, Gwenny, welcome in. How are you doing today? So yes, we're gonna work on Rick and Morty today. If you are new to diamond painting or if you just have questions for Miss Coffee, now is the time to do it. Because these streams will not happen often, maybe once a month. So let's get started. All right, let's hope we don't mix up drills today, as I tend to do that often. Good, thank you. Have a bet you Miss Coffee. I would like to get back into diamond painting. How do you think I should start? If you don't mind me asking, how to get back into diamond painting? You just kind of get on that horse and ride it through. Just find a small kit. If you experience burnout and you're trying to get back into diamond painting, try with a small kit. Do I'd say 4 to 5 small kits. My dogs are not even in here. They're not even in the kitchen. I think they're up front with Mr. Coffee. But I would suggest doing a couple of smaller kits first to get you started before you do a couple of smaller kits to get you started before you do anything super crazy like poster size, like the 50 by 60s and stuff. Do something small, something that's going to give you that almost instant serotonin boost because you completed it and it's not just a massive kit sitting staring at you judgingly. Start off with a couple of those and then work your way up. Miss Coffee, we've all done that. Facts. Facts. We all mix up the drills. That is just a normal occurrence that happens. You will mix the drills, you will drop the drills, might even eat the drills without noticing. So yeah, the drills will be found in unusual places. If you're a hardcore diamond painter, you might even take a shower and see them in unmentionable places. So I'm just saying, like, you gotta be careful. Like mine's doing from shed last night. Now, typically, I like to use multi-placers when I diamond paint, as I am a multi-placing gangsta. No offense to those who like to single place. I'm not with the shits. I can't. Single placing, I don't mind single placing if there's a lot of confetti, but for the most part, I typically use multi-placers. My favorite multi-placers are the 4, 7, and 15 placer. Yes, I said 15. And what does that look like? Like this. Reese's Cup. What's going on? Welcome in. I'm using tweezers on the mystery kit. Let's go. I can't use tweezers. That's not a... I can, but I choose not to because it slows me down. If I'm being super meticulous for, like, whatever reason, I will use a pair of tweezers. But usually, no, that's not a thing. Guess who achieved Ruby on DAC? Let's go, Princess Amethyst. How are all your fur babies doing? I'm faster at single placing. I'm faster at multi-placing. The fur babies are doing good. We've actually got new fur babies since the last time I've seen you. We have 2 ferrets. So we have Anais and Gumball, our adorable little Marshall ferrets. And then the dogs are doing well. Killian is doing well, surprisingly, with his zinc deficiency. And Daisy has developed Panis. Panis is a disorder where your red blood cells or your white blood cells attack your retinas. And so she is on forever medication for that, but she is doing fine. It is cleared up in her eyes, so her eyes don't look clouded over anymore. And I think she can see better because she stopped running into things. So yeah, the fur babies are doing perfectly fine. I don't know where they're at right now. I think they might have been blocked off from coming back here because Daisy likes to come back and sit and mess with my wires. So yeah. Yes, I've been seeing the ferrets on YouTube. All poor pups. I'm glad they're doing okay, though. Yep, they're doing just fine. Currently, right now, like I said, I think they're up there with my husband, though, because Daisy, she came over here, and I freaked out a little bit because I have my wires and stuff for my webcam set up where she shouldn't be able to come over here and mess with them, but it's Daisy, so she'll try. All I do is single play. All I do is single place. I can't single place a whole lot. Like and I don't even realize that I'm multi-placing half the time. Half the time I'm just sitting there chilling and then I'll start multi-placing without even realizing it. Especially on a kit like this, because this kit has a lot of color blocking. So yeah. We're going to try to see how much of this kit we can get done today, because we're going to be here for a little bit. So if you need to go do IRL things, don't worry. We're here for a couple of hours, so feel free to come. Bubbles coming in with the resubscribe. Thank you so much, Bubbles. I really appreciate it. Continue to enjoy your ad-free viewing and your emotes. Happy New Year to you as well. Can we get a shout out for Bubbles? Chair Bear Art, welcome in. How are you doing today? Can we get a shout out also for Chair Bear Art? Now, for my art friends that are coming in wondering what the world I am doing. So for those folks, again, who are new, since we have quite a few more folks in here now, I will do another brief introduction. I'll even have my husband come play the didgeridoo for you. Now, for those folks who are new to me or this stream, hi. I'm Caffeinated Doodler. I'm a self-taught artist here on Twitch. I've been here on Twitch for the last 7 months. I've been self-taught for the last almost 3 years now. I've been here on Twitch for a short little bit of time, just kind of getting a feel for the place. I'm actually a crafter from over on YouTube, where you see me do things like what I'm currently doing now, which is diamond painting. I also do crochet, cross stitch, and everything in between. And if you have a little crafty bug inside of you, again, seek medical attention immediately. But before you do that, exclamation point YouTube will take you over to the YouTube channel to learn all the crafty things. But here on Twitch, I mostly do art. Thursdays we play games like Sims 4 and now Disney Dreamlight. Fridays are our community night where we have games that we play with the community like Dead by Daylight, Fall Guys, Among Us, Jackbox, and anything that we can find that's free or cheap for the community to play. So hopefully you will join us. Today is our co-working stream where we get together and we just work on projects that we want to get some work done on. And we had a community challenge going to see if I would be diamond painting today. And as you can see, the challenge was accepted and met by the Coffee Bean Nation because the Coffee Bean Nation is strong. So that is what we're doing today. So if you have any questions for me, if you're new to seeing diamond painting or are curious about diamond painting, please feel free to ask in chat and we'll be happy to oblige by answering your questions. Now, hun, you want to come play didgeridoo quick? Give him 2 seconds. He's got to get his didgeridoo out. Now, this is something that we do over on the YouTube stream, as it's a little bit of a disclaimer for those folks that are watching the stream, just to give you a little heads up about some stuff you might see and or hear. So if you give my husband a few minutes, he's playing his game, so it takes him a few minutes to get up because he can't just stop and pause his game. Marsha says, thank you for the help, Miss Coffee, and Happy New Year to you too, Marsha. How did I miss a freaking K? And the drills on this kit aren't the best, which is you'll see me use my drill grinder. And that's just to break the drills up from being stuck together. This is one of my favorite companies. If you type in !top 5, you will get my top 5 favorite diamond paintings to purchase from. There's a couple of different commands that you can put into chat today to learn about diamond painting, like !DP will show you the information for my kit. !tray will tell you where my tray came from. And there's my hubby. Or baby wipes work. Baby wipes work for what? Stuck together drill? Not these drills. Thank you, Rebel. I appreciate the links. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of a disclaimer like we do over on YouTube. So you guys ready? Oh, are we ready? Disclaimer. Welcome everybody to the stream. My name is Caffeinated Doodler, and today you might hear some noises in the background of my stream as I am a stay-at-home mom, and my family's home obviously for the holiday. So in this stream, you might hear my kids running around in the background. No, I can't make them stop. They help pay rent. You might hear my dogs running back and forth like chickens with their heads cut off. We don't pay them no mind. You might also hear my husband playing games or coming up and asking me questions. That's okay. We just call him Mr. Coffee, or as he's known here on Twitch, Dark. Say hi, Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee says hi. So again, in this live, you're going to hear and see things that might offend you, chap your ass in any ways. And if you do, this is a part where we're going to have to split ways, like butt cheeks. And we're going to have to ask that the door don't hit you, where the good Lord split you. Can we get an amen? Now, with that said, welcome in to the stream today. We are doing a special stream. Not only are we diamond painting for the community challenge, but I hit 1.8 here on Twitch. So thank you to everyone for all the love, all the follows, all the good things. I appreciate you so much. So today we are going to be diamond painting on Rick and Morty. It is a diamond painting from Diamond Art Club. It is a 43 by 51 round with one AB, which is a yellow AB. So this is what the kit looks like. I had a picture up on the screen, but it was too busy and I was like, I don't like it. So I'll just show you guys what the picture looks like. This is what the picture looks like. And as you can tell, we are right here above the head of the thing. Josh Uwu, hello, welcome in. How you doing today? Thank you so much for that shout out for Mr. Josh Uwu. If you don't know who Josh Uwu is, Josh is an amazingly talented artist here on Twitch. And they are new to Twitch, so they like it when you press all their buttons. So please feel free to do so if you are ever so inclined. How are you doing today, Josh?
The devil's in the details.
Now, for those folks who want a little fun fact, Josh Uwu actually lives where I used to live when I lived in Pennsylvania. So that's my best buddy right there. We got Creative Pixie coming in with 100 biddies. Thank you so much for the 100 biddies towards Tommy's rent. Now, for those folks who are new to this stream, you don't know who Tommy is, or you don't know me from YouTube, I have children, of course. I have two that live here with me. The other one lives in PA back where we used to live. Long story short, she's taking care of her grandma. She's fine. She's fine. Now, the two that live here with me, we have a son named Orion. We have a daughter named Maggie. Maggie Pie is the one that will set fire to the world. But she also has this imaginary friend that I'm kind of questioning that she still has at the age of 10. We don't worry about it too much because all he does is destroy her room and break stuff in my house. And randomly, I will find money throughout the house to help pay his side of the rent so he doesn't get kicked out. So that's what Creative Pixie just did there. She just helped towards Tommy's rent. Because it's about to be the first of the month and his rent is due, okay? I'm doing great, getting ready for tonight. Let's go. He's also a tattoo artist. Yes, he is. He's also a tattoo artist, which I heard something sad. Did I hear you say you're going to get out of tattooing, Josh? Also, for those folks that are wondering what my tools are or what my favorite tools are, exclamation point tools will tell you some of my favorite places to get diamond painting tools from, like fancy pens and trays and all kinds of things. Let's see here. Do we get all the H's? No problem, Josh. Anytime. Not anytime soon. Okay. I want to pay Tommy's rent. Like, literally, I will randomly find money on the banister by my bedroom, and it'll just say, with a note next to it that says Tommy's rent, and it'll be like a nickel or a fake dollar or something. When it's the fake dollars, he has to get out for the month, so he goes and stays with the big sister in Pennsylvania. Bubbles, thank you so much for the help with Tommy's rent with the 100 biddies. I appreciate you. So that's why we have the channel pet as well. The little ghost at the top here, if you're wondering why I still have a ghost and it's not Halloween, that's because that's Tommy. That's Twitch Tommy. And you can feed Tommy. You can give Tommy a juice box. You can play rock, paper, scissors with Tommy. So yes, my 10-year-old, you will hear her eventually because she will come back here asking me questions. She's currently playing Disney Dreamlight for the first time, and she might be quiet for a little bit, but she has too much energy like her mummy. So yeah, 8-Bit Val coming in. What's going on, 8-Bit Val? Welcome in. How are you doing today? Can we get a shout out for the amazing 8-Bit Val, who is another amazing creative here on Twitch? So if you're not following 8-Bit Val, they do art here on Twitch as well. So please consider pressing all their buttons, as they love it when you do so. Also, I didn't say it, but Bubbles Spumoni is an amazing gamer here on Twitch. She plays games like, what was that name? Name of that game? I don't remember the name of the game. The game, Stray. She was playing Stray for a while. She loves to play Sims 4. So if you want some awesome content and an instant serotonin boost, you follow Bubbles, okay? That's where I go when I'm having a bad day and I just need something real quick. Like, it's like that shot of adrenaline that I need for the day. You go visit Bubbles Spumoni. Also, she has a cool last name, because how could you not follow somebody with a last name Spumoni? How have I not been following you already, Val? I thought I was. Well, you can do it now. Correct this mistake, Miss Storm. The secret is to fake it till you make it. Facts. I'm doing great. How are you? I am doing wonderful. Today we are doing a co-working stream with diamond painting. Now, I am known for diamond painting over on YouTube. Typically, I don't do it here on Twitch, but maybe once a month we'll do a community challenge to see if diamond painting will be the craft for our co-working stream. And they did the co-working stream challenge already, of course, obviously, which is why you're seeing me diamond paint. So that is what we're doing. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, as I am ever so obliged to answer them. There's lots of questions when it comes to diamond paintings, like good companies, good tools, all the fun things. And yes, even cool tools like this. So I have this lava pen, and it has my names on it. So over on YouTube, I'm actually known as Miss Coffee, which is what the coffee theme came from. So yeah, that's why you hear people call me Miss Coffee. I don't talk about the YouTube too often, as I am over here on Twitch, usually doing art. And unless I'm giving like a introduction or something, I typically don't talk about the YouTubes. Mostly because I do art over there. I don't do or I do crafting over there. I don't do art. So typically I only say it in my introductions and stuff. But this is what I'm known for. I'm known for diamond painting. I can get a diamond painting done depending on what size it is. The longest it's ever taken me to do a diamond painting, it was I would show you my office, but it's a mess. It was a 174 by 55, It was a round kit. It was massively large, and it took me 13 days to complete. Now, typically, I do work on these super quick, mostly because I'm in public eye, so people just expect you to get it done quickly. But as of late, I've been experiencing the DP burnout. That means I got tired of doing it and didn't want to do it anymore, so I stopped doing it for a while, and now I typically do it a lot more on camera than anything else. What's going on, Jeremy? Can we get a shout out for Jeremy, please? JTMJ Crafts, if you did not know, is another one of my fellow diamond painters from over on YouTube. He also streams diamond painting here on Twitch as well. So for those folks who know Jeremy from YouTube, he's also over here on Twitch. Dia P. Lindsay. Lindsay, welcome in. How you doing today?
I cannot stop talking about what I was talking about and go into talking about something else because then my brain goes.
So for my fellow diamond painters, if you know Jeremy and you didn't know he was here on Twitch, you can now follow him here on Twitch. Which, are you going to be streaming tonight on Twitch, Jeremy? Lady Swan, welcome in. How you doing today? Sorry, my drills are getting stuck in my wax. So we are going to try. I'm going to try to get this done today. We're going to try. Because I can actually get a lot of this done because it's color blocking, but the most annoying part of this whole thing... Oh, I lost my wax. The most annoying part of this whole thing is the faces and stuff. Where did I put my wax? I literally just use it, and then it disappears. It's like, what the world? Fine, hun. Thank you. You got me hooked on Disney Dreamlight after last night's stream. Look, listen. It's not my fault. I blame Elisa. Elisa told me, Miss Coffee, you have to try this game. You'll like it. And I was like, no, I won't. I don't even like Disney. And she's like, oh, come on, Miss Coffee. You'll like it. I'm like, no, I won't. But Elisa knows me better than I know myself. So I was like, God dang it. So, yeah, I blame Elisa. Calypso, thank you so much for that shout out for Calypso. If we didn't get a shout out for Calypso, can we get a shout out for Calypso, please? Where the flip did I put my wax? I don't want to start a whole new thing of wax because I've now lost 3 of them in the last hour getting ready for this stream. I'm just going to find random things of wax everywhere. Okay, well, I'm just going to have to find random things of wax everywhere. Also, I didn't mention it in the disclaimer, but I will be vaping on stream. No, I don't want your opinion on it. I have my own opinion, but thank you for having an opinion on it anyways. If it bothers you, the door is in the same place as the, or the exit is in the same place as the entrance, so please feel free to use that at any time. So these are A's that dropped out. I have the same color tray from Mooney Maid. Yes, I think I have 5 Mooney Maid trays. And if you type in ! tray, because you would like to get a Mooney Maid tray, ! tray will take you over to Mooney Maid's website. Woohoo! Almost finished. I'm currently busting it to finish the Steampunk Prowess. 10 by 70 left. Let's go. So the wax is needed to keep the diamonds on the drill pin. I have a small tray from her. I have a small tray from her. I don't know where it's at right now. I think yeah, it's right there. I looked over and it's like literally sitting right there. Now, these are AB drills that I'm working with, so you have to be a little bit careful with them because they will steal your wig, your wife, and your drills or your wax right out of your pen. So you got to be a little bit careful when working with this type of drill because it is known for stealing your stuff. Thank you, mods, for the links. Now, typically I don't single place, but in sections like this, I don't have a choice. There's the wax that I was missing. You will also notice the little butt here and the Homer Simpson and the little rubber ducky. These adorable little things are called cover minders. Cover minders are something that hold back the cover to your diamond painting so that while you're diamond painting, it's not flapping in your face. I typically get mine from Enabler's Outpost or Patty Wax has really good cover minders. tiny pufferfish. I'm not sure if she still sells the cover reminders though. I haven't really asked her lately if she still sells them. It is stealing the wax from my pen. I see you doing it this time. I see you doing it. So yeah, so we're just gonna chill out and diamond paint today. Get some work done. I think everybody's in agreement. Well, most of us are probably in agreement that we're staying home for a thing. Because look, listen, I just got over the Rona. I ain't trying to go out there and get Rona again. Like, it's not a thing. My neighbors set off fireworks every year if the kids want to see the fireworks. And they have a great view from their bedroom windows as it's on the second floor of the house. And they can see everything behind the house here. So they have a great view of the fireworks if they want to see fireworks. I am not leaving this house. Waiting for the mail from my DACs I ordered. He's been a jerk about it. Oh, God. I hate crappy mailman. I finally got my Black Friday stuff in last week when, Now, if they would have came through the regular mail, I would have been had my stuff. But because they came through UPS and they were so backed up, I didn't get them until the day after Christmas. And they're literally still sitting in the gigantic box in my living room because I refused to move it for some reason. It's probably just laziness. I'm done driving. The day has been crap, and when I dropped my phone, I was like, nope, I'm done. Oh no, Katie. I'm sorry you having a rough day. I mean, I can go to the bar, but man, I'm not leaving unless I get asked to go somewhere. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Leaving the house? No, that's not a thing. Trisha's Crafty Time, welcome in. Awesome. Mine was UPS. My Black Friday stuff came, and this is my second order. Janelle coming in with that raid. Thank you so much, Janelle. I appreciate it. How did your stream go? Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, hello. My name is Caffeinated Doodler. I am a self-taught artist here on Twitch. I've been self-taught for the last almost 3 years now. Been here on Twitch for about 7 months, just kind of getting a feel for the place. I'm actually a crafter from over on YouTube where I do all kinds of crafty things like diamond painting, crocheting, and everything in between. And if you have a little crafty bug inside of you, again, seek medical attention immediately. But before you do that, exclamation point YouTube will take you over to the YouTube channel where you can learn all the crafty things. But here on Twitch, I mostly do art. I will break up the monotony of art by playing games like Sims 4 and Disney Dreamlight on Thursdays. Fridays, we have community game night where we play Dead by Daylight, Among Us, Fall Guys, Jackbox games, or anything that we can find that's free or cheap for the community to play. So hopefully you will join us in that.
I don't like nuts with my chocolate. The nuts just don't taste good.
Just getting a fill, she says. So today is a community co-working stream where we had a community challenge for me to bring my diamond painting over here to Twitch, which is what you're seeing now. I am currently working on a diamond painting called Rick and Morty by Diamond Art Club. I forget that this camera is a little bit different than my camera that I use for my YouTube lives. So this is what I'm currently working on. And as you can tell, we're right up here by Rick and Morty's face. Dust so toxic. What? Peachkins, how you doing? Do you have a playlist for crochet stuff? I do. I certainly do. If one of my mods wouldn't mind going over to, matter of fact, I might be able to do it myself from here. Oh, her YouTube, I believe she does. Yes, yes, I do. I have everything on how to teach you how to crochet and how to do certain projects. I do all lots of things. So let's see, playlist. It might play if I go to the channel. So you want the crochet playlist? Let's find that for you real quick. I've been on YouTube for 5 years, so there's a massive amount of playlists over here. All right, don't play that. All right, it might start on a random video, but There is the crochet playlist. Sorry, I have like 5 screens going right now. My brain is overridden. So yeah, my community did a community goal to see if they could get me to diamond paint here on Twitch. And of course, as usual, they crushed the goal. So that is what we're doing today, which is why you're seeing diamond painting instead of art. But Janelle, how did your stream go? What did you work on? Would you like to share? We have a Discord, of course, ! Discord. If you would like to post it up in the Discord, I can share it here on screen. Did you finish your Sailor Moon today? Never looking back. Welcome in. How you doing today? And yes, today you'll get to see all my tattoos on my arms. I have to go eat some lunch, late lunch, but I hope you have a wonderful New Year's and stream. All right, Janelle, thank you so much for bringing your friends over. We'll take good care of them. Enjoy your lunch. So yeah, for those folks that were wondering what tattoos, I have lots of them all over the place. Just pick a spot and I'll tell you what tattoos are there. Now, 90% of my tattoos were given to me by my husband as he was trying to be a tattoo artist there for a while. I was just messing around with shapes today, but finished Sailor Moon yesterday. I'll try to get it up on Discord after food. Take care. All right, Janelle, thank you so much again for the raid. I really appreciate it. Matter of fact, I can get the Tootsie to come over and say hi quick. Tootsie. I saw your order come through today. If that was yours, thanks so much. Jomio. Which, did we get a shout out for Jomio? If you don't know Jomio, look, listen, you're about to know Jomio. Whipped cream? No, ma'am. That shouldn't. What whipped cream? That's heavy whipping cream. That's for
program later tonight. Again, I shall be back tomorrow, Thursday afternoon. We'll see what's happening. Probably will be working on the Inktober prompts and stuff. And yeah. You guys, peace.
Is it edible?
Wait, tomorrow 3 p.m.
No, don't eat that.
That's when I'll be back.
You can't drink it. Believe me, it's thick. You don't want to drink it.
Why the hell did that pop up before?
No, it's not milk. All right, can you say hi?
Hi.
That is little Maggie Pie.
Oh, wait.
Because Miss Coffee loves his stuff too. Yes. If you want to check out some of Jomio's prints and maybe purchase some for yourself, there is the link.
It's so loud when the music's not playing.
You do have tiny hands. Can you say hi to the peoples?
Hi, peoples.
That is the 10-year-old. Yes, she sounds like she's 4 or 5, but I promise you, she's not 5. How old are you?
10.
Everybody says hi, Maggie.
Hi.
She's trying to get something. Go get something to drink. There's milk in there. Is there not milk in there? We only have 1 gallon. Whatever will you drink? We only have 1 gallon of milk. We have tons of faucet juice and 1 gallon of milk, but there is nothing to drink, you guys. There is also a box of juices over there, but there is absolutely nothing to drink in this house. How dare mommy and daddy not get you juice and milk and water and circle bottles that you have on the table? How dare we?
And I didn't wash it all day and all day and then all day.
The horror of only 1 gallon of milk. I'm telling you.
Daddy needs to get the milk.
Your goodbye scream. My goodbye scream? Are you talking about Jomio?
I made 6.
You made 6?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she made 600. She didn't even realize that she did it. And I'm guessing she must have seen a stream one day. And she made 600. She drew 600. So Chair Bear art. Most of y'all know who 600 is. She made 600. That's child abuse. I know Lisa's coloring corner. Call CPS. Good job, Tootsie Roll.
I thought it was a Pokemon. I saw it on Pokemon. I'm going to get something.
Yes, go get something to drink in that house full of nothing to drink.
Do we have orange juice?
No, we don't have orange juice. You drink it up too fast. Do we have popsicles? It's freaking 33 degrees outside. You want a popsicle? guess. Now, the one thing I forgot to link is my Harbor Freight containers. I don't want your popsicle. Chatbot commands. We'll do an easy one. We'll do box. Little ASMR for you. Harbor Freight. Sad part is I've bought them so much I have a tab on the top of my computer for them. Thank you, Katie. Now you can type in exclamation point box and it'll bring up the link for the Harbor Freight containers. Thought I had everything. Question, if given the option Harbor Freight or Elizabeth Ward, Harbor Freight. Because with Harbor Freight, they're a little bit more compact versus the Elizabeth Ward, where they're nice and they have the nice tight clasp on them. Harbor Freights are a little bit more manageable. Like if I wanted to say, take this with me somewhere, it's a little bit more manageable than the gigantic tray for the Harbor Freight. So I prefer the, or is more manageable than the tray from the Elizabeth Ward containers, which if you guys want to see, I actually have my Elizabeth Ward container. So this is an Elizabeth Ward container. So it's a little bit wider. It does have more of the little pieces for your drills, and it has Crown Prince of Crime in it. But I prefer the Harbor Freight containers, which are the ones I'm using now. We call them the Harbor Freight containers because they come from Harbor Freight, and it has 24 of the little containers inside. It's easier to store and manage this than the Elizabeth Ward for me, so I prefer the Harbor Freights. And I need the number 2. Exactly. With the Harbor Freights, it takes the guesswork out of what size tray to use versus the Elizabeth Ward. You are like, you get 2 bags and you're like, I'm going to use the big one. And then you get another one that has like 17 bags and you're like, God dang it. So I like the Harbor Freights. I so wish we had Harbor Freight in Canada. For a while there, we had people in the group that were buying them for folks that are international, and they just had to pay for the shipping and stuff for it. Diamond painting, just being Nikki. Wah, 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 wah. Welcome in, Just Being Nikki. How you doing today? Can we please get a shout out for the amazingly talented Just Being Nikki? Just Being Nikki is a variety streamer here on Twitch. She does nail art, digital art, maybe one day traditional art. She also plays cozy games. So if you're not following Just Being Nikki, please consider pressing all her buttons, as she loves it when you do it. She's also the person that is responsible for the older YouTuber or PNG tuber. I don't know if it'll do it because I'm not on my little stream deck, but y'all remember the little one. Y'all will see that PNG tuber over on YouTube next year when I go live.
I love them.
What's going on, Just Being Nikki? Welcome in. So if you have questions, just let me know. I have links for everything set up for you if you need links for everything, including my favorite stores to buy from, stores on Amazon to buy from, all the things. So feel free to just ask and we will be happy to oblige. Jasper's mom, welcome in. How you doing today? Katie says she likes the jars best. CS Murphy, welcome in. How are you doing today? Sorry, people are messaging me. Can we also get a shout out for CS Murphy? As they are an amazing artist here on Twitch as well. I have lots of artist friends. I'm great. Thanks. Stellar Nails, thanks. So I always try to keep the nails looking good because most of the time when people see me, they only really see my hands. So I try to keep the nails cute.
There we go.
And I've been without nails on for 2 weeks now, and it was time. I finally got my holiday nails in, which I will be rocking into the new year. I don't even care. So I paid for these. I'm wearing them. So for those folks that are just coming in, we are doing diamond painting today instead of art. We had a community challenge to see if we were...
good God.
Ball sack, what?
Well...
Thank you, Princess Amethyst.
She ain't wrong.
Is that Badger Makes?
Now that I see it, I can't unsee it.
Oh my God, Des. You know,
oh, is that Diamond Des?
The thingy in the middle and the...
I mean,
okay.
yeah, it's like the line that splits down the two dingles. And
that's a weird clip.
Yeah.
Aren't they all?
Yeah. She ain't wrong.
Craft mates.
I didn't catch it until she said it, but now I can't unsee it.
I just snorted.
Oh God. Des, I love you so much. So much.
Oof. Oh, my baby heart.
My baby heart. So if you're not following CS Murphy, please consider doing so. What are the craft mates? Hola from Florida. Hello. From North Dakota. It's cold as shit up here. Send warm. Send warm. So we are just sitting back relaxing. Today we are doing diamond painting instead of art. We had a community challenge to see if I would diamond paint on our co-working stream today. And of course, as usual, the Coffee Bean Nation crushed the challenge and we are diamond painting today. So if you have any questions at all about diamond painting, please feel free to ask as we are happy to oblige. I will probably say that about 100 times today. So for those folks that are going to be chilling with me all day, I do apologize as it will get repetitive. My bad. What goals for 2022? Mine is to finally qualify as teaching assistant and finish Train of Dreams. I don't really have any goals for 2022. Mine is to stop being so lazy and get back into recording like I used to. I've pretty much done every YouTube video I can think of on diamond painting. Unless there's a new tool that comes out, there's not really much else that I can show in that aspect. But because I do other things, I do want to start doing a little bit more crocheting on the channel, working a little bit more with the Addy machine or the Centro machine, and just overall getting to a point where there's some kind of a schedule. I won't be going back to doing 5 to 6 videos a week. No, that's not happening. That burnt me out. So 3 to 4 videos a week is going to be like the go-to there. And taking more time to myself and off screen versus feeling like I need to be on screen all the time. Now, I don't mean like cutting back like streams or anything. I just mean like when I'm not streaming, I don't have to be on streams every day, all day. Because I do got IRL stuff that I should get done. And if anything, the only goal is just to make sure that Maggie doesn't set the house on fire. That's about it. Steph Creates, welcome in. Is it normal to have space and rounds on DAC canvas? How much space? Because obviously, because they're circles, they're not going to go together perfectly. But there should not be huge gaps in between. So you might want to check your placement of the drills. Because I'm going to bring you down a little bit. So for those who get seasick, look away. So the amount of space you see should be about like this. Like that's the most amount of space that you should be seeing in round drills. Anything more than this, no. That's not where it's at. Is the toaster still working? The toaster is still working. She made bagels this morning and she did not set the house on fire. So that's a plus. I'm already achieving my goal. For those who don't know, Maggie is my birth control child. She is the child that made me not need any more children ever again. We love her to death, but she also will rip and take all the edges out of your scalp from the stress. From the stress of it all. But we loves the Maggie. Oh, my wax. Let's not lose that one. Bexacoop, thank you so much for that resubscribe, friend. I really appreciate it. Continue to enjoy your ad-free viewing and your emotes. How are you doing today, Bexacoop? What a cool process this is. Tedious, but seems meditative. It is very tedious, but it is also very relaxing. I started doing this back in 2018. And it's because we moved here and I was like, I'm bored and I need something to do besides crochet all day because that's all I did at the other house. So I found diamond painting, and then out of chance, I decided I'm going to start a YouTube channel. But I only started it to keep track of my oldest. My oldest doesn't live here with me. She lives in Pennsylvania with her grandparents, or her grandmother and her father. And to keep her up to date on what was going on, I started a YouTube channel. Now, I didn't intend on that channel going public. I only made it just for her. And I accidentally, not knowing what I was doing, made it public. The next thing I know, I had 50 followers and people telling me to keep the content coming. And I was just like, what? Who are you? Next thing I know, 5 years later, here we are. Now, I've completed a good 170 plus diamond paintings in 5 years. I'm usually super duper quick with diamond paintings only because I'm in public eye. If I wasn't in public eye, I wouldn't be getting them done as quickly. So don't feel that you have to get them done quickly. The amount of time it takes to do a diamond painting depends on the person doing it, and not so much it's a timed activity. So you're supposed to relax and enjoy doing it. And I just enjoyed doing them super fast. So I did, and then I burnt myself out. I got really burnt out on it, and I didn't want to do it anymore. And I almost stopped doing videos on it, but thanks to having a supportive spouse and all that cheesy stuff, I still do diamond painting over on Twitch. Or on YouTube. I do a lot of unboxings for companies. I will tell you what a good company is and what a bad company is. If you're within ear's reach of this and you're looking into diamond painting companies, there's only maybe one or two that I would say stay away from. Paint with Diamonds, they suck ass. I don't like them. And Paint Gym, because they like to steal artists' artwork, even though they've taken them down now and they only use like these little mini whatever the hell they call them. I'm not a big fan of either one of those companies, so I would suggest, if you don't want to waste your money, time, and effort, that you stay away from those companies. So there you go. My top 5 favorite companies to choose from are right there. You just add .com to their name to find them. The current company I'm working on now, which you will see me working on a lot over on YouTube, is Diamond Art Club. I do sneak peeks for them every Friday. I didn't have one this Friday, but usually every Friday I do a sneak peek. Thank you so much for that subscription, friend. I appreciate it. Enjoy your ad-free viewing and your emotes. Wah, 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 wah. So if you're new to Twitch and you're just coming in, subscribing to the channel here will get you ad-free viewing, which means those ads that come up randomly while you're watching will not play anymore, and you get to watch ad-free. So if you want to watch the streams ad-free, you just subscribe, and that helps. Too Precious for You, Optimistic Occultics, Axel Mole, and Nita Camellia, Darkest Maiden. Enjoy your ad-free viewing and your emotes and your gifted sub. Everything, Gwenny, thank you so much for those gifted subs. I really, really appreciate it. Miss Coffee, C.S. Murphy is curious about the wax/putty. All right, so let me find C.S. Murphy real quick. So the wax and or putty. Now, there's a couple of ways you can go about this. There is wax, there's putties, there's all kinds of things. So, the wax that I like to use comes from Star Ore. Now, this is purple wax. Now, typically in a diamond painting kit, you will get pink wax. I don't like it. I haven't used it in 4 years. It sucks. There is some good pink wax, but for the most part, it's all garbage. I like using either purple or blue wax. My wax usually comes from Star Ore, which is one of the top 5 companies. If you type in tools, it has a, hold up, is it in tools? It might be in tools. It might be under budget. So exclamation point budget will take you to Star Ore. Star Ore is on Amazon and they have their own website, and I get the wax from there. And so what the wax does is it holds the drill onto your pin. So this is a multi-placer. This is your single placer, okay? Now, my favorite to use is this. This is a 15 placer. This places 15 drills at one time. This is my favorite size to use for multi-placing. So what you do is you would stab it to get the wax into the pin. So you see that little purple stuff inside the pin there? That is the wax. So that purple stuff will get the drills in there. And I can show you here.
My dog stepped on a bee.
Hello. What's up, Jaceria? Vicho! Wah, wah, wah. Janelle is doing diamond painting now. If Janelle turned black, right, and she moved to the U.S., and she had some kids, then yes, most certainly. Let's keep the hype train going. Oh, thank you so much, Blade, for that 100 biddies. I appreciate it. I didn't even realize we had a hype train, girl. Thank you guys so much for that hype train. All right, so 15 placer. So what that wax does is when you put it down on the drill. So here are your drills. We call them drills or diamonds. And what we're going to do is I'm going to get the 15 drills on my multi-placer here. And see how it picked up a bunch of those drills at once? It picks up 15 drills at one time. And then you just place it on your kit. And don't worry. Sometimes they won't go on there straight. You just kind of straighten them a little bit. Because sometimes they do get on there a little cattywampus. So you just got to straighten them up a little bit. It's a bop.
Oh, rejection, hearsay.
Everything, Gwenny. Thank you so much for that gifted sub to Vicho. Vicho, enjoy your ad-free viewing and your emotes. But no, Vicho, this is something that I actually do over on YouTube. So I am actually a YouTuber. So over on YouTube, I do crafty things like diamond painting. And so I did a community challenge with my folks here, and they crushed the challenge, of course. And we are diamond painting today and answering questions about diamond painting.
Hello, motherfucker.
What's going on? Just started playing games thanks to Miss Coffee. Southern Mama, look, listen. Again, y'all need to be blaming Elisa. Elisa started this chaos. All I did was oblige Elisa. I was like, look, Elisa's been a follower of mine since the beginning of time. And I'm like, look, listen, she told me to try this game. I'm going to try this game. So I tried the game. Now everybody's obsessed with it and blaming me. Blame Elisa. Elisa did this. She's sitting back there getting her 50 chuckles in. Yay, I have emotes. Again, thank you so much, everything, Gwenny, for that gifted sub. I really appreciate the support. So yeah, so we are doing diamond painting today. We are diamond painting on Rick and Morty from Diamond Art Club. This kit is not available at this time, but if you put your email address in on their website, they will alert you when this kit comes back into stock. We have biddies coming in. Keep the high train. Blade, thank you again for the 100 biddies. I appreciate it. Happy New Year's. Dragon and the Wolves, welcome in. How are you doing today? Can we get a shout out for Dragon and the Wolves, who also does art here on Twitch? They also do play games as well. Today we just vibing and diamond painting.
Little over halfway to September. Still, golden contract, stipple trap, yes, beloved. So here I have triple stack. So I'm gonna roll here, and we're gonna roll and see who's gonna win. So
thank you to everyone who contributed to the hype train. Your emotes will be delivered to you shortly. Now, bets on if I'm going to get this done today. Rebel Jedi with 100 biddies. I appreciate it. Who's 75 years old? 23 biddies coming in from Elisa. Let's go. I'm relaxing as well. I've been having apple barrel ages whiskey today. Oh, a 75-year-old whiskey. Let's go. So you feeling super good today. Now, this current pen that I'm using comes from a store called Diamond Pen Pal. You will see a number of pens on my table here. And they are under tools where I get my pens and stuff from. Diamond Pen Pal customizes in lava pens, which are pens that look like lava. They have like little decorations and stuff in them. And this particular pen was made just for me, as it has my name on it. They do customizable pens like that as well. You will also see the big fat pen with the bats in it right there with the 15 placer on it. That comes from Enabler's Outpost. Enablers. Yep. They are Enabler's Outpost, and they sell diamond painting and diamond painting supplies. They are here to enable you, and they very much do. They very much do. Do. So I think we need to do that black outline to get that out of the way. Or we might do his hair, because that's a nice hunk of colors. She said doo-doo. Finishing my iris right now is about 310. Oh no, not the 310s. So 310s in diamond painting are black drills. These are 310s. They are some of the worst to work with. Not these. These are good actual 310s. But 310 is horrible to work with just because it's black, and anything you do in black is going to be hard to work with because it's hard to see. especially when you have a lot of it. Luckily, I just have an outline to do here. I told Just Being Nikki I'm going to get her on this 15-placer game. Let's go. Finish that kit in 3 swipes. And white. It's blinding. I did hydrate Tommy and took my points, but it didn't show on screen, Miss Coffee. Are you looking at the Tommy at the top there? I thought I heard it go off. I would imagine you're looking at him because obviously you would have noticed that he didn't get his juice box. Let me see something real quick. Let me make sure he's getting his stuff. There you go. I can barely do a 4-placer. Why? Now, when working with multi-placers, especially when you're working with them for the first time, you want to take it really slow. You don't want to do it all fast and willy-nilly like I'm doing it. I'm only doing it like this because I have experience doing diamond paintings, especially with multi-placers. But if you're doing it for the first time, right, you don't want to go super fast with it. You want to take it real slow. So I am what you call a hard presser. I press super hard on my drills to get them into my pin and everything. If you're not a hard presser, that could also impact your multi-placing as well. So what I would suggest, right, pin. Press down firmly to get your drills. Real slow. Take that back. Take one of the sides, right? Place it down first and then roll it on there. Remember the roll it out method? It doesn't just work with the curved multi-places. It works with the straight ones as well. So you place that first one down first and then roll it on there to get it on and straight. That will also make sure that it's going on the exact drills you want it to go onto. Cup of Joe, welcome in. How are you doing today? Can we get a shout out for Cup of Joe? They are amazingly talented pixel artists here on Twitch. How are you doing today, Cup of Joe? Things are a little bit different today here at the coffee house. We are diamond painting instead of doing art. I am actually a crafter from YouTube in disguise.
Smooth that out a little bit though. Me too. I guess, oh, dang it, I missed it. Dang it, I went to clip it. But, y'all, thank you again. I usually try to snag that before it goes out. Thank you, guys. Can I just one more time? It's like the same thing when I'm like, oh, I like a dark roast coffee, and people are like, because I was like, it like tastes good and it wakes me up, and people are like, well, actually, light roast coffee is more caffeinated because the beans get burnt on dark coffee, and I'm just like, dude, listen, I just like coffee. I'm sorry.
So if you're not following Cup of Joe, join them for all the chaos on their stream about coffee. So it's funny because over on YouTube, I'm known as Miss Coffee, so you'll hear people here call me Miss Coffee. Dark coffee is good. So people here on Twitch will call me Miss Coffee because over on YouTube, I'm known as Miss Coffee. This is actually what I do over on YouTube. I do diamond painting along with other crafts as well, but diamond painting is the main craft that I do over on my diamond painting channel. So we did a challenge to see if they would get me to diamond paint on stream. And of course, as usual, as we should have guessed, they crushed the challenge. So we are diamond painting today, which is why you're seeing diamond painting. But welcome in, Cup of Joe. How are you doing today on this last day of the new year? John, how are you doing today? Little lurky cookie. Or I guess it's from biscuit, so it's a lurky biscuit. Oh. I was like, why can't I see the thing? Stop hitting the microphone with the pen. See, I'm not used to having a pen in my hand around the microphone. Caffeinated, I promise not to be a pest after this question. You can ask whatever question you want. That's what I'm here for. Can you tell me how to put your nails on? How long do they last? How to remove reusable? These are reusable. I usually get my nails from Etsy. Or if I find an artist that is doing them on Instagram. Nail Me Down is one of my favorites from Instagram. And I actually have a video over on YouTube on how I put them on. To take them off, they usually will pop off after about a week or so anyways. And what I do is I have a Dremel and I take it and I scrape off the old glue and I put them in a box and save them for next time. I don't use the nail glue that comes with the nails itself because it doesn't seem to work well for me. So what I use is nail glue from Sally's Beauty Supply. YouTube. Trying to get my rig set up. Need a monitor after all, so about to do a quick Best Buy run for a sale. Nice. But I'll leave the stream up for the background while I work. I appreciate you, John. Thank you so much. I can be a worse pest. You don't have to apologize. There we go. My thing went to sleep. Is it this one? I believe it's this video. So here is Blade. Here is the video on my nails. I did a nail review. There's one. And there's another one on here. Yeah, this is the tutorial. The Mystria nails. I don't know if Mystria still does nails, but I was buying them for a while and then she stopped because her daughter's wedding or something. Been chomping at the bit to get the rest of my PC parts. I'm hoping by my birthday I'll have everything. So you build the computer yourself there, Miss Storm? Because Mr. Coffee does that too. I don't know nothing besides turn the computer on. It works. When it makes a weird noise, I tell Mr. Coffee to look at it. He looks at it. He fixes something. He does some kind of witchcraft, and then it works again. I don't know. He's the computer wizard. Like, when he picked out this computer that I use for streaming, I was like, I've never owned an Apple computer before, so this was my first time, and I didn't know how to use anything on it because I'm a Windows person. I'm very much not an Apple person, but for streaming and stuff, all my stuff is Apple. And blame Mr. Coffee. So when I got the streaming stuff, I was like, okay, now how do I use this goddamn computer? And he's like showing me like how to use it, and nothing is making sense. And I'm like, I'm just gonna have to mess with this computer. I'm pretty sure I broke it at one point and he had to fix it. Again, I am not, Windows, I got you all day. Apple, no. No, 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 no. You're welcome, Blade. Yeah, I get asked about my nails enough that I did a video on it just because people were always asking, like, where I got them or how I put them on and take them off and reuse them. And I've reused a couple of them before. Most of the time, I end up losing them. Like, the last set of nails I had on, we got a big snowstorm. We got like 16 inches of snow here in North Dakota. And I got frustrated because I was shoveling snow. And one of them popped off, and I got really mad, and I snapped the rest of them off and threw them into the snow, so I have no idea where those are at, so I can't reuse those, and that's why I went without nails for 2 weeks, because I got mad and chucked them in the snow. F these nails! Can't be shoveling snow with nails on! It's actually warm out today. My husband should have went to the store, but I don't think he's gone to the store yet. I think he's still playing this game. Saturdays are relaxing days at the house. And seeing as how the kids go back to school next week, but not until Wednesday. But they go back to school next week. Everybody's trying to relax for today, which is nice because it makes the house nice and quiet and chill. And I don't have to worry about kids running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Lisa says, you'll find the nails in spring. Yep. Jesse says, my sister got me position professor from Diamond Art Club, and there is a lot of 310s. The joy. The way your sister hates you, Jesse. Shut up, Vicho says he takes the computer to the garage or as far as needed to be out of hearing range, and then hits the PC with a couple of times, then brings it back. Facts. Facts. I wish I could wear nails, but I would probably murder someone at work. Well, these are actually like calm, tame nails. I did tame nails for the holidays. I didn't do my usual nails. So usually when I have nails on, they are about 3 to 6 inches long, and they are some kind of, they're spiky, so they're called stiletto. I like the ones with the points on them, because they're nugget knives. They're nugget knives. And it irritates a lot of people over on YouTube when they see your nails that long and you're still able to do crafting and such, and they're like, how do you do it with those nails? I'm like, the same way I wipe my ass, you know, just very carefully. Thank you for your question. So yeah, I usually have really bougie long nails on, which is the reason why I have the Patrick emote, because usually I'm doing that whenever people are saying stuff. My thing, I can't make a fist because the spiky nails, so I do this. Yes. Now, as it gets darker, I will turn the lights on in the craft room because it usually gets dark here pretty quick, and you guys will find that out here because I don't typically stream where you can see me. So it will get dark here probably in the next 2 hours, as it does get dark at like 4:30 in North Dakota for some reason in the winter. Now, let this be summer. The sun does not go away until 11 o'clock at night. Okay, like 11 o'clock at night. How do you put your children to bed when the sun is shining in their face? Okay, they still think it's daytime. So you got to get blackout curtains when you live here. All right, so we got S's over here, we got C's, and then we got white. Now, you might see dryer sheets pieces in my drills. So these drills were not the best type of drills. Typically, when it comes to diamond painting, if it's not good drills, I typically won't work on it. But this one is for my husband, so I have to work on it. But you'll see the dryer sheets in some of my drills. And if you ever have staticky drills and you need to get the static out, you put some dryer sheet pieces in there. Like I just cut up a couple of pieces of dryer sheet, laid it in there and closed up the container. It will get the static out of your drills. Tips from Miss Coffee. We're gonna go with C. Tech difficulties here. Did my last message get sent? I see you laughing as your last message right before Rebel put up the Patrick. Sylvia, Miss Coffee, what are you going to do for dinner today? Do you have traditions of things that you do for New Year's starts? I do not have traditions. I typically just make whatever is in the kitchen or whatever I feel like eating for the day. I would do black-eyed peas and cornbread, but the problem is the children. My big thing is because mostly we want to make sure the kids eat. I can't make a lot of the recipes that I like because the kids won't eat them. So, like, unless it's baked mac and cheese, because they'll eat that crap all day. So I don't tend to make it too often, because if I do, they just keep asking me to make it, and then all they eat is baked mac and cheese. For those who don't know, I'm from the South, so it's that real baked mac and cheese, not that box crap. Now, they get the box crap any other day of the year, but whenever it comes to, like, holidays and stuff, I will make them the special baked mac and cheese. It keeps it special for them. It keeps it special. But no, we don't typically have, like, you know, anything special we make for New Year's or anything. And on Saturdays, actually, I don't cook. Mr. Coffee cooks. And I'm not sure what he is cooking because Maggie and them did not ask him or tell him what they wanted to eat. So again, he's probably just sitting in there. Why you got a bag of cheese? You are not eating cheese. No. Stop eating up all my cheese. Just starve them for 2 days. They will eat anything you put in front of them. I would say yes. But you obviously don't know. My children will starve themselves to death. They don't even care. Like, they don't. Well, Orion cares. But Maggie, no, she 0 F's given. She don't give 2 flying flip-flops. This girl don't give 2 craps that there's a receipt on her and I can't have her out here starving. Jenny just diamond paints. Hello. I'm trying to finish up one and started kitting up Queen of Hearts, and the static is horrible. Got my dryer sheets ready to finish up. Yes, without the dryer sheets, this kit would have been tossed in the trash because there's no way in hell. The amount of static in these drills was disrespectful. The good thing is that Diamond Art Club knew that there was an issue. They let everybody know, and they were starting to work on the issue. So hopefully none of the other kits will have issues with staticky drills. Also, when you're multi-placing, especially if you're doing a big block of the same color, try to multi-place in the same direction. So if you're multi-placing horizontal, keep it horizontal. If you're multi-placing vertical, keep it vertical. You will thank me later because your lines will look straighter versus if you do both, they will look kind of cattywampus, and you'll notice because the colors are the same. So try to keep it in the same direction, not like what I'm currently doing now with this eye, and you'll see what happens to the eye whenever I'm finished it here in a few minutes. Bellatrix Nerd, welcome in. Happy New Year's Eve. I hope you're all well. Love, love, love your nails. Thank you, Bellatrix. How you doing today? Happy New Year's Eve to you as well and to everyone. Shit. So is a drill the tray thing to hold the diamonds? Noob. No, a drill is the white little beads you see in the tray. The tray is a tray.
Yep. Yes, I did. I will.
If you do not know my friend Draw Erase Repeat, Draw Erase Repeat is an amazing artist here on Twitch, and I'm going to call him an artist just to piss him off. He's a traditional artist here on Twitch, and if you would like to see some traditional artwork or some amazingly cute doodles, check out my friend Draw Erase Repeat.
Please, no. Oh. If you guys can give me like 30 seconds, I can show you my giant pencil. And I promise, giant pencil is not a euphemism for my penis.
It was. He totally put his penis on stream.
A giant pencil.
Oh my god, when did you start drawing Ray? He started drawing Ray earlier this week, I think. I want to say it was like Monday. You're welcome, Draw, Erase, Repeat. So yeah, so this is what I do over on my YouTube channel. I diamond paint. I stream over on YouTube doing diamond painting on Friday nights. So right before we have community game night, I'm over there streaming, and then I immediately jump off of there and come over here and do community game night. So that's why Friday evenings are super busy and why I have to go into hyper lurk mode for the folks here on Twitch. So if you've ever been wondering why I do that on Fridays, that's why, because I multi-stream on Fridays. So from 9 p.m. until whenever I get off of Twitch, which last night was like, what, 4 a.m. or something like that, I'm streaming. I'm just straight streaming back and forth. Thank you so much for the social drop there, Bellatrix Nerd. I am known for my sass and my diamond painting quickness. Dat me. And you're hearing the crinkling of the plastic as I'm getting higher up on the kit, so I will need to move the plastic and move the kit down a little bit so that I can work on the top of this kit. But first I gotta get this stuff filled in. Diamond painting sassiness. Oh, it gets bad. Companies will send me out diamond paintings or stuff to review, and if I tell them that they're gonna give it, I'm gonna give an honest review. I am very bluntly honest about craft supplies because I know what it's like to be broke and not have money to buy them, and I don't want people wasting their hard-earned money on crappy ass crafting supplies. So if their images are crap or the diamonds or drills are bad, I will be the first to let you know this garbage. So yeah, that's why you notice that there's so many coffee beans. It's because I am what they consider a well-trusted advisor in the craft community. I advise them towards what companies are good and bad and what companies to stay away from, like Paint with Diamonds. Do not buy from Paint with Diamonds. Had one lady in the group that I have over on Facebook that did not heed my warning and then came back to us 2 weeks later complaining because she couldn't get a hold of the company and she got the wrong canvas and it was damaged, and they would refuse to answer her messages. And I was like, as much as I want to just sit here and tell you I told you so, but I have a job to do, so I will try to get a hold of them for you. And of course, they did not answer me either because they don't like me because I tell everybody to stay away from their crappy ass company. So yeah, there's that. That, and they knowingly steal artists' artwork And then if they can't steal it anymore because they've had too much public spotlight put on them about it, they will try to look for artists that do the exact same type of artwork. I'm not shitting you. We have an artist in the community that everybody loves. Her name is Mandy Manzano, sweetest child on the planet, okay? And they had the nerve to steal some of her artwork, and then when it was brought to the attention of them, they did not care. And then they got too much heat for it. So they took the images down and then put up a flyer looking for someone who did artwork in her art style. So we do not shop paint with diamonds. We do not like them. If you do shop paint with diamonds, may the force be with you, because there's no way in hell. Thank you, Gypsy, for the link drop. Those are my top 5 favorite companies. You just add a .com behind them and you'll find their website. So Diamond Art Club, DIY Moon Shop, Craftably, Oraloa, and that's actually Oraloa Island of Arts, and Craftably. All right, I think I got enough of that eye done. There's also no wrong way to diamond paint. The only way is your way. As long as you're enjoying yourself and having fun, you do it any kind of way you want to. But tips and tricks to get your job done faster, quicker, and more efficiently, I am here for it. Let's see, we have a couple of number 1s over here that I miss. May the force be with you, because no one else... Facts. I have not tried Jaded Jim's shop. I actually just saw that name literally 20 minutes before I started streaming, and I'm like, what the world is that? And these drills do come in all different types and shapes and sizes and kinds of things. Violet says, oh my god, this huge color block of white ABs is taking over. Yes, I'm multi-placing, not single-placing. Oh, good god. So again, color blocking is when you have a bunch of the same symbol in one spot. Confetti is when you have, obviously, a bunch of different symbols all scattered throughout. Tyron says, this was before I found DAC 3 years ago. Oh, hold on. I ordered from Paint with Diamonds one time, noticed they had shit canvases and threw it out, never again. Yep, facts. I try to tell people all the time, like, look, listen, you're not going to have a good time. And we don't want people out here having bad times trying to diamond paint, okay? Thank you to everyone for coming out today. I really appreciate it. Honestly, I wasn't expecting this many people to be in here today, but I should have known that the Coffee Bean Nation would have showed up and showed out, so I appreciate you for it. It's just nice to diamond paint with friends, you know? Jaded Gem is crazy expensive. I would love that you make a review of their canvases. Sylvia, do you have a link for me? Because I'm going to click over and see what we got. What is crazy expensive? This is another thing, too, that I do is people request that I look at companies and review them to see what the quality is like so that they don't waste their money and find out that it's a shit company. Now, not every experience will be the same. Where I might get a good kit, you might have that off chance of getting a bad kit, and that's okay. If you ever get a bad kit, instead of crying on social media as your first chain of action, please make sure you contact the company to let them know what is wrong with the kit. Make sure to include pictures so that you have proof of what you're saying is true and you're not trying to just get a free kit. And most of the time, companies are happy to help and send you out a free kit, another new kit to replace the shit kit that you got, or new drills. So if you have drills that like pop off or are just really bad in general, most companies are willing to send you replacement drills so that you're not having a bad time working on their kit. IRL, well, bruh, can't say the word the. It's my son. So for those folks who are new to stream, Quillis is my son, Orion. He hates my life, and he's coming in, and he spent all of his coin to make it where I can't say that. Jaded Gem Shop does diamond painting conversion kits for princess panels. Really? I've never heard of them. Orion, go do something with yourself. Let's see. Well, of course my shopping cart's empty. I haven't seen anything. Oh, jeez. That's not super expensive. Those DAC prices. Wouldn't try a mystery kit as a first kit. Ooh, we have a winner. Y'all know I love celestial things. $119. What size is it? That's an 80 by 80. See, I'm a little weary of companies that give you the size choices. Mostly because they will give you pictures of... Now, when diamond painting, size does matter, okay? This isn't a relationship. This is diamond painting. Size does matter. The smaller an image is, the less detail you're going to have. The bigger an image is, the better detail you're going to have. So a 30 by 30 in this image is going to look like this. It's going to look pixelated. It's going to look weird and gross. And then, of course, an 80 by 80 is going to be a lot clearer. You're going to see the stars show up on that moon right there. And, yeah, so I wouldn't go 80 by 80, to be honest. For an image like this, it's not super detailed. You don't really need to go past 50 by 50, I would say, because you're going to still get the detail. So let's go to 50 by 50, which is recommended for this kit. Now, if you want to do it bigger, obviously you can, but 50 by 50 is recommended. With kits that don't have a lot of detail, you don't need to go super huge. So for this one, I would go by a 50 by 50, which is $70. That is a little expensive. Let's see if they have a difference in price between size of the drills. So the drills does not change the price on it. You're a mod. You have any idea why all the messages are reviewed by AutoMod, or is it everyone? They're not reviewed by AutoMod. They shouldn't be. But yes, I will definitely check this company out. I'm going to leave that tab open on my phone so I can check it out. I will grab a kit from them. And we'll have an unboxing video, let's say in a couple of weeks, because it's probably going to take it a little bit to get here. For us gaming nerds, more more pixels equal better. Too small, you're going to look at like Atari 2600, I assume. Yes. You're welcome, Sylvia. Yeah, give me about a week or so to get it ordered and hopefully get it here. I'm guessing they might not be in the US. So yeah, it might take it a little bit to get here just because we're still coming off the holiday season. And I typically don't order kits around this time just because I know it's going to take a while, but I'll order a kit and see what they got in store for us. They better have some good kits, because I'm telling you, for that price, that's a hefty price. Cold Burn, welcome in. How are you doing today? The question is, would you rather live in swarms of bees as clothing or swarms of mosquitoes as clothes, underwear included? Bees. Kira, it's the shop for Jadekins, or I think she used to be Jade the Tailor or Taylor. I'm wondering if that's not, I don't think that's the chick on Instagram that I cussed out because she was ripping people off, artists, and she's like, well, I gotta start somewhere. What do you expect me to do? Pay artists? Oh my god. Like, I'm not joking. She said that shit just like that, and I was like, I could smack piss out of you right now, but the way my life is set up, I gotta behave because I'm trying to get right with the Lord. On YouTube. Oh, it's her shop? You're saying, Kira? But I would definitely go for the bees for clothes, because as long as you're not agitating the bees, they typically don't sting you. And I'm not allergic to bees, so let's go. Yes, Orion. I only have to not say it for 5 minutes. How long do you think I'm going to say it? For the whole stream? Who? 2:15. Okay. I'll go back and look at that because, yeah. So we're finished with this section. Almost. We got some black right there. So let's fill that black in, and then we're going to move this up. So we're going to bring it down like this. And I have a little slot under my table where I just tuck it in at to keep myself from having it in my lap. Colburn says, I'm allergic to bees and mosquitoes. Don't like me, but they like my mom. Yeah, mosquitoes love me. They don't care for my husband. They don't give two flying craps what he's doing with his life. Like, literally, we've gone to, like, the zoo and stuff with the kids, and I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, and he's sitting there butt-ass naked, and they're not bothering him at all, and I'm like, you piece of garbage. Why does everything like you? He's like, I don't know, I hate everything. Don't mind me, I'm trying to... Okay, whatever. So we're just gonna push this up. I need to get this out of the way. Alright, so we gotta move our cover minders and stuff. These are cover minders. So this adorable little ducky. Homer Simpson hiding in the bush. And then this pair with the butt. Those are cover minders. They hold the plastic back so that I can diamond paint and the plastic doesn't bother me. So you're gonna hear some crinkling. As I move this up to unveil some more of the canvas. Now there are magnets underneath there. That's why you're seeing them stick to the canvas. And usually you can move the magnet with just moving that along the top. And this one actually looks like it's stuck. There we go. And then my little duck. There he goes. Alright. Facts. Mosquitoes are bit the shit out of my now ex-girlfriend one time, but it was unscathed. Weird how they do that. Shut the fuck up. Jelmio says, good news, my boiler is finally fixed. My new year has already peaked. Let's go. Let's go, Jelmio. Those little winds, let's go. I'm allergic to bees and mosquitoes. Okay, I read that one. Violet says, I'm allergic to hornets. I got stung in the head in the past, and it turned into a balloon, and then I got red streaks up my arm. The ER had to give me a shot and put me on vitals. Told me to be very careful of bees and hornets from now on. Yeah, Mr. Coffee's allergic to bees. But fuck bees. I'll punch every bee in the face. But no, I don't typically get stung by bees too often. But mosquitoes, oh my god, mosquitoes. I must have blood made of pure sugar cane because they eat me alive. Enjoy your lurk cold burn. Alright, so now we're going to complete this section. I'm trying not to open too big of a section. So this is letter H, and I don't need that right now. We're going to go with letter K first because it's over here on the side. So K, that's A. That's O. That's V. This is K. That first one down and then just lay them down. Sometimes you get extras on your pen. That's okay. Also, they make this satisfying clicking noise whenever you put the drills down sometimes. That's the little click that you're hearing. Ecosystem be damned. Kill all the wasp and hornets, all of them. Jesse says, I hate wasps. I got stung by one at work and it passed out. I was so embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed because you pass out. You got stung by a wasp. It's not like you peed your pants or something. Like, being stung is nothing to be embarrassed about. Now, if you at work and you straight, like, piss your pants or something, that might be something to be embarrassed about. I think the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me at a job is I was working at this male suit store called, it's in PA, it's called Casual Male Big and Tall, and I would have to fit guys for their suits and stuff, like when they were getting married and whatnot. And I was fitting this guy, and without realizing, I shoved my boobs right in his face in front of his wife. And I'm trying to get his head size, but he was like leaning away from me, and I didn't know why. It was because my boobs were in his face, and I shoved my boobs in it, like literally his nose was touching my collarbone, and he was just like, ma'am. I'm like, hang on a second, I almost got it. His wife thought it was hilarious. He did not. he did not think it was hilarious. He just sat there with the, oh God, I'm going to hear this about this later face. Marie says, my pants split at work when I bent down and I laughed it off. Facts. There you go. It's all shits and giggles until someone giggles and shits. Facts. Mr. Coffee says that all the time. How many rows of this diamond painting am I going to get done today? I'm curious. Because I'm not sure which kid I want to work on next. I think I wanted to work on Rugrats, but then I was like, I need to work on another company. So I was thinking about possibly working on Oraloa, because I haven't worked on one of their kits, but all the kits I have from them are huge. And I'm not in the huge game right now. Like, I don't want a huge kit. I want to start off with something smaller. Sometimes I say, I wouldn't shit you, and you're my favorite turd. Drawers Pete says, embarrassing thing that happened to me. Had chocolate on my butt, sat on some, apparently. Someone whispered to me that I may have shit my pants. I freaked out, but it was false alarm because chocolate. It's always the chocolate. Alright, all the K's over there are done. We have a couple of K's on this side. What's up, hon? We have enough for everybody?
French toast sticks?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yulayla, welcome in. How are you doing today? Again, you'll hear the family in the background as they're doing real life stuff in front of my office. Or the dog struggling to stand up on the wood floor. That poor dog. She can't stand up on that wood floor to save her life. And you have to be careful with German Shepherds because they get hip dysplasia really easily. And I'm like, she's gonna get it. I know she is. The way she slides across that kitchen floor. F in chat for the dog. Sylvia says, just a couple of days, I started a kit. It was 52 by 170. I don't know what I was thinking. I hope to finish soon. It is the biggest I've done until now. I just finished Beast from that is 42 by 140, I think. Oh, you finished the Beast from DAC, the panel. I think I still have that one. I was going to give it to Becky, but she doesn't diamond paint anymore. So I was like, I don't want to give it to her if she's not going to diamond paint it. That's just something else collecting dust in her house. Because Becky's the huge Beauty and the Beast fan. So we were doing K's. So where did I put the K container? Not that. That one. And did you have a long distance with your person dipping a finger in the stain saying chocolate? No, it's shit. It's chocolate. It's shit. Until you're right, it's shit. Good thing we didn't step in it. Oh my god. Shut up, Vicho. I'm getting bombarded with notifications. See, now my 700s aren't so bad because I took the drill grinder to them. Come on, it's funny. It was funny. I'm not gonna lie. It was funny. It was funny. Batman Hush is 128 by 70, and I got a long ways to go. See, I'm not ready for that yet. I'm slowly getting my mojo back for diamond painting. I just don't want to go any bigger than poster size, which is what this size is. If you hear that chime, that is my Ring doorbell. That just means somebody's walking in front of my door. What's everybody's unicorn? So for those folks that don't know what a unicorn is a kit that is highly sought after by you that may or may not be still available. So Blade says, what is everybody's unicorn? Mine's is not bad, just drawn that way. What kit is that? Is that that's the, oh my God, that's the Jessica Rabbit kit. Your doorbell rings every time someone walks in front of your door. No, it chimes. So it's a Ring doorbell. It only rings when somebody rings the doorbell. It chimes whenever somebody walks in front of it. So we have a camera in front of our door. And sometimes whenever people walk in front of it, or if my mailman drops off a package on our porch, it will chime to let us know that there's somebody close to the house. I've had stalkers and death threats and all kinds of fun things since I've started YouTube. So we have a little bit of extra protection for the house. And it was either that or my dad move in, and we decided on the protection for the house. My unicorn is the next one I get. Shut up, Jumbio. Everything Gwenny says, oh, mine is the Little Mermaid one in the lagoon. I don't know the name of it. Is that the one where she's in the boat with Eric? What lies beneath is mine is back in stock, but I'm behaving. How do you send death threats over diamond painting? What the fuck? You would be surprised. It wasn't over just diamond painting. I've had people come into my chat, like when I first started diamond painting, I had a guy come into my chat. What's going on, Tui Crosby? I know you were like one of the first ones in here, but hey, when I first started, oh, that one, something her. I can't remember something about her is what it's called. Everything Gwenny, because I unboxed that one. I remember because when I went to go unbox it, one of the drills popped open like mid video. One of the drill bags popped open. It was a bag of 310s, and they went everywhere. And even from that day until we moved, which was at least a year or two after I unboxed it, I was still finding black drills everywhere. But no, when I first started diamond painting over on YouTube, I had this really weird guy come into one of my very first live streams, and he goes, I want to wear your skin as a coat. And at first I thought somebody was just like making a joke or something, and I'm like, okay, that's not funny. And then the next thing I know, I started getting death threats in my email from random people. But what people don't realize is that my dad worked for the government before he retired, so we were able to find out who it was, and they got arrested, dumbass. And so, yeah. And since then, I've gotten probably a handful of them, and it's usually like I don't deserve greatness or some shit. I don't freaking know. I've gotten like a lot of nasty comments, but it's usually just about the fact that I have a big following on YouTube and I don't deserve it. And I'm like, you're very much right, I don't deserve it, but I got it. What are you gonna do about it? And so yeah, it's usually just stupid stuff like that. Nothing that I concern myself with. There's only been maybe once or twice where I've had actual concern because I've had people legit show up at my house. And yeah, other than that, no. And because of that incident of people showing up at my house, that's the reason why we decided to go with the Ring doorbell instead of having my dad move in with his guns. So yeah. You are greatness. Facts. I learned very early on that you have to have a tough skin when doing stuff in the public eye, because you will get those people that come out of the woodwork and they're just like crazy as all get out, and you're just like, okay, I'm going to need to protect myself against the crazies. But now I have the Coffee Bean Nation, and nobody really messes with me too much anymore because they don't have to just worry about me. If word got out, like, if I were to get a bad comment on YouTube right now and the person was like, I don't like your nails, they're too distracting, which I've had that comment before, or they're just like, well, you don't do this correctly, blah, blah, blah. my first chain of action, instead of going off on them like I normally would, I just post it online, and then the coffee beans go at them. I don't even have to worry about it anymore. The coffee beans are like, you're not gonna say that shit to Miss Coffee. We'll kick your ass. And I'm like, look, listen, don't come over here with the shits, because my community is not with the shits, okay? We're not with it. So just don't do it. I'm very much into the, if you don't like what you see, keep it scrolling. And some people just feel like they need to have their voices heard. We have a crazy lady in the community who has been stalking creators since the better part of 2 years now. She will randomly find herself in people's discords and whatnot. She tells you that she's the nicest person, but she went absolutely psycho on another creator, showed up at her house, was using her daughter's pictures and her family's pictures as profile pictures on Facebook, saying mean and inappropriate things all over Facebook, just trolling this shit out of this lady for no reason other than the fact that the lady unboxed a diamond painting 6 months after she got it, and there was something wrong with it, so she couldn't take it to the company because it had been too long. And the lady got pissed off because she didn't unbox it right when she got it. And it set this lady off into a spiral effect. And now, even to this day, the lady messages me to tell me what a nice person she is. And I'm a liar. And she would never do such horrible things to people. Even though in an email that is sent to the CIA, she sent me an email letting me know that she was having a bad couple of days and she was off her meds and blah, blah, blah. And she didn't mean to scare the lady. I'm like, you didn't scare the lady. You showed up at the lady's house to the point where she had to call the police on you, ma'am. I'm going to need you to take your 10 feet back that way, way back. Get the up out of my chat. Get away from me. So I have her blocked on everything. But she keeps changing her name and popping in. And she'll let you know exactly who she is because she's super proud of it. And then you just have to keep blocking her because people are fucking crazy. Princess PJs, welcome in. How are you doing today? Blunts and Gems, let's go. Welcome in. How you doing, Princess PJs? So I have 2 Ks over here. Thank you for the shout out for the amazingly talented Princess PJs. PJs does traditional art here on Twitch and loves it when you press all her buttons.
That's a wrap. I don't think I signed the Jesus because that thing was cursed. I thought I picked a darker color. Good.
And this is why I don't go around plastering my real name. Hey, Miss Coffee. Hey, Danielle. What's going on? Jomio, if you think Caffeinated Doodler or Miss Coffee is my real name, you're sadly mistaken.
It would be like there-ish. Oops. Move down a little so I have room. And then I'm kind of noticing that there is like a conjunction where all of the hair sprouts from at the crown of her head. And so like there's kind of a traffic pattern of like some of the hair is going that way, some of the hair is going that way, and some of the hair is going that way. And then depending on how you want that to look on the bangs, kind of do that. Like that. You can do a few little lines here, but you don't have to.
Gas, Caffeinated. Isn't your husband called John Coffee? Nope, not at all. This stream is so cool, Miss Coffee. Oh, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate you. How's the family, Miss Coffee? Everybody's fine. Maggie's currently in the middle of the floor while the dogs are running around. I don't know if I can tilt this up so you can see. Don't mind my craft room is dirty, okay? We're going to try to tilt this up a little bit. I might have to take it out of here. Alright, so... You can see my tablet. Alright, so there is the German Shepherd. Don't mind the boxes. I'm unpacking stuff. There's the Husky. That's Killian Jones back there. Maggie on the floor crawling. And then there's Daisy laying on the floor right there. Alright, now give me a second to make sure this is set back up correctly. No, turn the light off. Right there. And I gotta be careful not to hit the freaking light button. So yeah, those are the doggos. Sorry, a little bit different of a setup than I'm used to over on YouTube. Gotta go find something for supper, so I'll leave the stream up, but hopefully I will be back depending on when you stop streaming. All right, Lisa's Coloring Corner. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate the lurk. Ooh, dang, craft room is so dirty. It totally is dirty because it's a craft room. What do you think happens in here? You think this is a museum? This ain't no goddamn museum. This is a goddamn craft room. Ain't nothing in here clean. Between my crafting for YouTube, my art stuff for YouTube, because I have an affiliation with Arteza. So you'll see a whole shelf full of markers and stuff that way. Then ahead of me, I do sublimation as well. Sublimation is when you, essentially it's the burning of ink into items like cups and shirts and stuff. I have my machines and stuff that way. My Scentsy stuff, it's a scent fragrance company that I work for, is over there as well. I also work for a crochet magazine called Happily Hooked Magazine, where I do pattern testing for them to make sure that the patterns in the magazine come out absolutely perfect. And you will see yarn over there. I also do adult coloring on my YouTube channel, which you'll see a whole bookshelf full of adult coloring books over that way. You might see some more adult coloring stuff and sublimation stuff over that way. I also have 4 desks in my office to keep up with all the stuff that I do for the YouTubes. So yeah, the craft room is not a museum. It was very much always a mess. Always. There's no cleaning this up. Minus those boxes. Those boxes were supposed to be taken out, but I keep forgetting to get my husband to take them out, so they just kind of sit there and chill out. Arteza, they have good color pencils, and I've heard great things about their watercolor paper. It is amazing. I love Arteza's stuff, and I'm not just saying that because I'm affiliated. I don't affiliate with companies. The thought of it makes my ass itchy. But like, there's 2 words you can say that make my ass itchy: affiliate and collaboration. I hate both words. They're gross. 1, I don't work well with others, so I tend not to. And 2, affiliateship. In diamond painting, you can affiliate yourself with a company. I choose not to, because where I do have like a bias, because I do love Diamond Art Club, I don't want my folks to think that I'm only saying that their stuff is good because I'm affiliated with them. I don't want the added pressure either. So I don't affiliate with any company besides art companies. So I'm affiliated with Arteza, and I'm affiliated with Amazon. Aracel, how you doing today? Welcome in. Can we get a shout out for Aracel, please? Yes, I stays busy. I'm not sponsored. Nope. Yet Arteza sponsored me, motherfucker. Hey, the mailman. I just posted an update in Discord in case I don't get back. All right, Lisa, thank you so much. We're going to head over to the Discord in about 30 minutes. So if you would like to show off what you're working on, throw it up in the Discord. Just make sure it's in the correct channel so that we don't have to diverge from the other channels to go find your work.
Summary of
Thank you so much, Gypsy, for that shout out.
Supposedly there's a saloon around here, so that's probably towards the middle of the story. So, just came from there. You know what? We were there earlier. Let's take a look.
I showed off dinner. Let's go, Katie.
I remember the amulet turning green earlier.
You can see it getting darker in my craft room now, because it's getting to be about that time where darkness falls over the valley. You're welcome, Aracel. How are you doing today? How's the family? Yeah, and just think, I do all this, and I still take care of 2 kids, 2 dogs, 2 ferrets, and a grown man-child. Let's go. For those who are new coming in, we are working on Rick and Morty from Diamond Art Club. It's a 43 by 51 round with 1 AB. It is currently unavailable on the site, but if you type in !kit, it will give you the link to this particular diamond painting where you can put your email address in to be notified whenever this kit comes back into stock. I've noticed that when they get more people that are interested in a kit, that seems to come back in a little bit quicker. So if you would like this kit for yourself and you didn't get it the first time, go ahead and put in the information on their website. If you have any questions that you would like answered about diamond painting, feel free to do them, as I am happy to oblige and answer any and all questions you might have, because I know a lot of the folks in here today are art folks that have been interested in asking about diamond painting. No question is dumb, only the one you don't ask, so don't be afraid to chime up and ask, and you might even get somebody in chat that will answer the question for you, or at least alert me to your question. Thank you so much, Gypsy. I appreciate you. See, it's chaos in my house and then it settles. I think Maggie's over there diamond painting the last of her keychains. I don't know how she's doing so well with keychains, but I got her those little diamond painting stickers, and I was finding diamonds all over my house for like a month. Again, if you would like to show what project you're working on, please go ahead and throw it up in the Discord, and we will be showing them off here in about 20 minutes. It also gives me a break from diamond painting so that I don't mess up my wrist or anything. That diamond painting hit looking so good, Miss Coffee. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm doing a mystery. Would you rather I not show it? Blade. So what you're going to do is when you go to, if you're posting it from your phone, right? When you click the thing to add the picture, tap on the picture. Scroll up, and at the bottom, it'll say spoiler. You're going to click the spoiler to get a spoiler shield put over top of it so nobody can see it who doesn't want to see it. I will still show it on the stream, but I'm going to let them know that it's a mystery kit so that it doesn't spoil the surprise for anybody else. If the kit was made this year, if it wasn't made this year and it was made last year or the year before, I don't even care. But if it was made this year, please add the spoiler to it if it's a mystery kit. Okay, taking a break from these white ABs to work on top of Tiger's head. Tigers of the ABs pilfering the wax out of my pens are, yeah, I tried. When it comes to ABs and working with ABs, always use dirty wax. And what that means is diamond paint with your regular drills first. Get that wax nice and dirty, and then use the dirty wax, because the dirty wax doesn't seem to be taken away from, your ABs won't take the dirty wax. It takes the clean wax because it was freshly put in there, so it's not adhered to your pen just yet. So always use dirty wax whenever you're doing ABs, because if you don't, as you saw me struggling earlier, it will take the clean wax out of your pen. Hey, Tootsie. Maggie. Light? Alright, you're gonna see my craft room light come on. Hopefully it's still not purple. Okay. It's still purple. Alright, it's gotta stay purple for a second. I gotta wait till my echo connects to it before I can get it to change colors. So if you have an echo in your house, you're going to want to mute me in like 30 seconds, or if your echo is also connected to your lights, it's going to change colors. Hey Alexa, turn the lights warm. There we go. Also, at some point, she'll probably shut herself off because I'm not, I'm not moving around too much. Static just ruined one of my vinyl layers. Static? Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Not the static on the vinyl. Rub it with a dryer sheet, Kiona. Gotta replug in my... Oh, that... You're cutting it. Oh, jeez. It made the two-color stick permanently and ruined that my letter layer. No. Ooh, we got quite a few people in here. Let's do a group drop. If you don't know what a group drop is, hold your little characters for the drop game real quick. We're going to queue up a group drop. Come on. Come on. Hang on a second. Why is the group drop not queuing? That's weird. Alright, let me go to the website, see if it needs to be refreshed again, because I swear this thing needs to be refreshed like every 20 minutes. Alright, so it's logged in. Ooh, that's cute. I think we might be changing. Yeah, it says queue drop. So why aren't you working? It's supposed to pop up with the thing for it, but it's not popping up for it. I don't know why. Why are you not popping up for it? And I spelled it correctly, so I'm not sure why it's not working. Yeah, see, it's not working. Drop game. You are so finicky, I swear to God. Alright, so we might not be able to do a group drop because it doesn't seem to want to work. You had one job! Let's see. Maybe if I refresh it. Which, that wouldn't do anything because it's through the chat, it's not the actual thing itself. There we go.
That's
so,
suspicious.
Totally suspicious. To join the
That's
drop game,
weird.
totally weird. To join the drop game, all you gotta do is exclamation point drop. You can even add an emoji after it if you would like to drop a little emoji. We're gonna drop together down as a group. We're gonna give it about 60 seconds to let everybody join in on the group drop. It just means that everybody's gonna drop all together instead of one at a time. And I figure since there's quite a few of us in here, this about to be fun. All right, we're down to about 30 seconds. So if you haven't gotten in on the group drop, exclamation point drop in the chat is all you have to type in. Super simple and easy to drop down and see if you can get the high score of landing on that pile of snow. They have a cute Valentine's Day one that I kind of want to put on. I might change it for when we stream again on Wednesday. Again, remember, keep in mind that we will not be streaming here on Monday. Monday, I will be going live with Veronder over on his stream, where we will be doing a piece together because he hates my life. So if you would like to catch us streaming together, you're going to catch me over on Veronder's stream. Which, can we get a shout out for Veronder? Can somebody, like, it's going to be hard because you got to learn how to, you got to know how to spell his name. Yuck, Valentine's Day. Why is that yuck? Look, Rebel, I'm not the biggest fan either, but we gotta show love to people on Valentine's Day, okay? It doesn't have to be a spouse. It's just people around you. Try to be less of a dick that day. It sucks for all of us, but we gotta do what we gotta do. 20 or 10 seconds on the drop. Is everybody in? Exclamation point drop. Thank you for the shout out for Veronder. So if you're not following Veronder, go ahead and click that heart above your head in chat now. And that's where I will be on Monday. We won't be streaming back here on the stream until Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock. Let's see.
If you doesn't know who Cody Schreibe is, let me tell you. Cody Schreibe is a phenomenal artist who I have done a piece for their challenge. A shout out, Cody. Man, woo! Cody, you just like overloaded me with hype right now. She's like, but we do stuff.
If you hear that little beep, that is just somebody putting something up in the Discord.
Dropping these beautiful peeps off for you to enjoy your amazing art. Need to head out, but have an awesome stream. Man, Cody, much love for you, my friend. All the love, all the awesomeness back at you, man, because you are my friend.
Rhonda is an amazingly talented artist here on Twitch, and I've had the honor and privilege of streaming with them on Monday, so join us on Monday over there. We'll be doing an art piece together on Magma, because, again, he hates my life. I'm waiting for him to pop in the stream. Miss Coffee, I don't hate you. Yeah, you do, Veronder, you do. Just say you hate me and move on with your life. Like, it's okay. Lots of people hate Miss Coffee. It's good. It's good. I need my haters. They keep me relevant. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. I hate that app, Vicho. I hate it so much. I've been begging this man for weeks to let me use Procreate, and he's like, no, we gotta use this app. We gotta draw together. I'm like, it's the way you hate me. Holy crap, that's a lot of people dropping. Katie, 94.35, let's go. Oh, I actually landed, but only for like 26. Hates my life. Oh, I gotta get more coins. I'll do that later. Rigged! What time on Monday? We are going to be going live at 9 a.m. on Monday. Though the kids are not in school, I will definitely be there for 9 o'clock because I'm doing it with somebody else and I'm not like doing it by myself, and I wouldn't do that to Veronder. So I'm going to make sure I get up on time because with these kids being out of school, look, listen, they're going back on their sleep schedule on Monday anyways, so I shall be able to get to bed at a good time. which actually did pretty well today. I got up when I was supposed to, was able to get everything done that I wanted to get done before stream because I was nervous that I was going to get on stream and everything was going to break. And surprisingly, knock on wood, we're good. We're good. We're straight. We're straight. We got this. We got this. Now we're going to take another 10 minutes before we go look at the Discord. So again, if you would like to show us something that's in the Discord, exclamation point Discord will take you there, where we're going to show off what you're currently working on. Obviously, you can see the progress that I've made on my kit. So let's see what you've done to your kit or to your art that you're working on. Get all these little black pieces for his hair. It's the outline. You know, for $22, these asterisk pencils really aren't bad, in my opinion. Ain't no Prismacolor, but not bad. Any plans for New Year's, Miss Coffee? No, don't get Rona again. I literally just got over having the Rona because my son decided to bring it home for an early Christmas gift. And, so I'm staying my black ass in the house, and I ain't going nowhere. Oh, and for those folks that were asking about tattoos, yes, tattoos everywhere. Tattoos, all the ones. And yes, that is a Gears of War. We got some yarn. We got a moon and a sun. We got Twilight. We got more Twilight. Don't judge me. I like Twilight. And this just my arms. Oh, that's not a black, that's a gray. How did you get in there? I just want to make sure I get the whole black outline for his head done. I like Twilight too, Miss Coffee. Let's go. Let's go with the Twilight fans. I can already see Jomio back there scoffing. Twilight? That's weird. Are you playing with your color pencils today? Draw, erase, repeat. Oh, hold up. Are you coloring Ray already? Or are you even coloring Ray? Me and Twitch about to fight. Why are you about to fight with Twitch? Let's go. Steph creates Twilight's the best. Rick and Morty, still better love story than Draw, erase, repeat. The way you want to fight in the stream right now. It's the way you want to fight me in this stream. Come at me, bro. My husband gawked at Taylor Lautner while watching the movie, and I got jealous. The only problem with that is Taylor Lautner got too much of a big head after that movie, and now nobody will work with him. And I'm like, dude, you played a good part. I'm not gonna lie, you did really good, but your acting isn't the best, homie. I'm gonna need you to take several seats. Just take several seats, okay?
No, she wasn't ready. She wasn't.
Now, Miss Storm, I fixed the blurps. They're not supposed to go off every 2 hours. They're supposed to go off every 6 hours now. So I don't know why that one was triggered. Hold up. If you left and come back, that might have been why. Okay, I finished the guide sleeve of her tunic. Finished the section of the top of the tiger's head in the block. And now I got to finish the color block section of White ABs. I kind of wish there was just a big stamper pad I could use a piece all of the ones at once. I did. Okay, I was just making sure. But I say, because I would actually, something, like, I don't know if I saw you in a stream or something this morning. Who's that now going off? I swear I fixed it. I swear it says 6 hours. I swear it does. I even triple checked it. Hi, Marie. Maybe it's because some of them didn't go off when you guys came in. I don't know. Blurp works funny on Twitch sometimes. And you'll just be sitting here minding your business and your blurp will go off. It's either telling that you left the stream and came back, or it just will randomly go off when you start typing again. I don't know. I don't, all I do is set it up so you guys can use it. Anything after that, that's on y'all. And blurb. If there was a DAC painting of Twilight, I would so buy all of them. Facts. One day, maybe. They got Harry Potter, but then again, everybody, like, has Harry Potter everything. And don't get me wrong, Harry Potter's not a bad movie, but I don't need Hedwig as I stare at the stuffed animal Hedwig behind me. I don't need Hedwig or all the characters from Twilight, or not Twilight, from Harry Potter as, like, everything in my house. Jesse says, my brother was watching Aquaman the other day, and all I could think of was about Johnny Depp in the trial. Uh-oh. I thought you were going to make a joke about my husband. I'm about to say, not again. I had one lady ask me, why does my husband look like that? I'm like, I don't know. That's how his mama made him. Again, I don't got nothing control over that either. How he looks is his business. If he chooses to look like that, that's how he looks. That's his face. What do you want me to do about that? There's rumors that Harry Potter is being rebooted. Please don't. Let it leave. Just leave it alone. I swear this generation has no freaking originality. Why do they keep rebooting things? Stop it. Just stop. This is why I don't watch TV. They're going to mess it up. It's going to be bad. They're going to waste a bunch of money doing it. And it's like, if you want to waste money, right? Give it to, like, I don't know, somebody, anybody. Just stop rebooting these freaking movies. Look what they did to Hocus Pocus. I'm signing off, Miss Coffee, trying to get some Coco and Netflix to feel better. Happy New Year's, everyone. Happy New Year's to you too, Aracel. Thank you so much for popping in. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a happy and safe New Year. I want to at least get the characters done because this is getting old fast. I'm not gonna lie though, it is a nice break from the swirls. And I was gonna open up one of the Powerpuff Girls or one of the Sesame Street ones and work on that. And I was like, no, you need to finish this one first. Plus I want to do time lapses of the other ones like I did with Cookie Monster. It was specially requested. Alright, before I get too into that let's go over and take a look at what's going on in the Discord. Let me make sure I got Discord up. Bloop. There we go. Progress and still having a fun diamond painting day. Let's go. Get some good progress done on that Christmas tree. And that's Meals on Wheels. Did you get the other two Powerpuff Girls? No, I didn't. I need to, but I haven't yet. because Christmas. Because around Christmas time, I'm not allowed to buy anything for myself, so I didn't. Dolphin Crazed, how's the kit going so far? You're almost done. Looks like you only have 2 more pieces left. Now, this one has the spoiler lens on it. So if you are someone that has a mystery kit and you do not want it spoiled, now is the time to look away. I'll tell you when to look back. Just like close your laptop. Don't close it, but like look, turn it around or something. I don't know. Either way, spoiler. I'm not sure what kit this is either, so that helps. So it looks like we got one little section done here. Looks like a lot of confetti, though. Look at all that confetti right there. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 4 colors in that little area right there. And don't worry, the spoiler lens will go back on after I go out of here. Lisa's coloring corner coming in with progress. We got mashed potatoes in front of the dragon now. Looks like an ocean one. I think that's the sky. Fairy pixie dust coming in with this one here. I think this is one of the Black Friday ones. We have a Michaelgelina. Now, this is what it looks like with a light pad underneath it. So you can get this thing called a light pad. And it's just literally what it says. It's a light pad. It's a pad that goes underneath your diamond paintings. A lot of artists use it to trace stuff. But in diamond painting, we use it to see the symbols clearer. So you can put a light pad underneath it. And that is what you see going on here. So this is a Michaelgelina. Crown Prince of Crime. We got some turf. We got some turfers going. We got some twofers going. Turfers. Turf wall. What other flavors do they have? Do you know? You don't know. Look for a cake or something, or cookie or something. Oh, strawberry banana it is. Got a chunk done by switching out diamonds for sparklers in the start. So sparklers are probably this here. Sparklers are super shiny diamonds. They look like actual diamonds, but they're color-coded. Little rainbow poops. A little 10-placer action helped. Let's go. Look at all that black. So this is 310 here. That black section you're seeing is 310. I know he was going to forget the Martinellis. So we got a lay coming. We got a lot of that done there, Steeler Chicky. I was hoping to finish tonight. We'll see the hedgehog going slower than the rest. Now this is a partial kit. By partial, I mean not all of it is diamond painted. Only the hedgehog, the teacup that it's sitting in, and the teacup underneath it, and the macaroons, the spoon, and the little saucer dish underneath are diamond painted. The border is not diamond painted, so you'll see that the border looks different because it's not diamond painted. This is considered a partial diamond painting, but they're just as gangsta as the rest of them. Look at all this confetti. So this is what confetti looks like. This is actually pretty respectful confetti. It does get disrespectful sometimes, especially if you're working with landscapes. So this is actually respectful confetti, and diamonds do come in 2 shapes. You got round and square, and this is a square partial here. Sorry, I'm making sure Mr. Coffee didn't need me. Athena by Willowy Arts at DAC. Let's go Pug Mom Diamond Paints. That's pretty. I don't remember seeing this one. If you see the screen flash black, that's just me refreshing the drop game. Love you. Let's go 2 more sections left to go. And that is all we have for the diamond painting whips. Let's see if we have any art whips. We have Ray from... I can't pronounce that name. This is what Draw, Erase, Repeat is working on. That actually turned out really good, Draw, Erase, Repeat. And what do you mean? You did hair just fine. It's discontinued. I managed to snag it before it was sold out. Let's go, Pug Mom Diamond Paints. Miss Natural Girl, welcome in. How you doing today? That hair looks just fine. The way he lies to us. It's the way he lies to us. Now, are you coloring her in? The little comic coming in.
Hey, how you doing?
That's Creative Pixie. Does it cost money to subscribe on Twitch? Yes. Following is free, but subscribing is not. Subscribing, depending on where you're at, and if you're in the US, it's $4.99. If it's a little bit cheaper if you do it on a computer, but if you're on your cell phone, it's $4.99 to subscribe, and you get a month worth of no ads, and you get the emotes for the channel. So all the little foxy emotes you see people putting in chat. Wow. Hold up, is the little comment in here? I have questions. Lots of questions. Like, how the fuck did you do that? Now, I do diamond paint. I do crochet. When it comes to crochet, I don't do stuff like this. No. Graph gans are my specialty. So, like the thing with the Pooh Bear on it, that's what I specialize in. Let it snow. Let's go, Creative Pixie. Are we almost done with this one? It's so pretty. I love the snowflake. And I hate snow. So, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot without saying a lot. It's done. Let's go. So this is done. It's beautiful. I love it, Creative Pixie. Copics and crayons. Ooh, that's so pretty. Okay, I just got mine's up in the DP whip. All right, we'll go back. Let's see. Disney Dreamlight adult fun things. Oh, we're making a recording sign. I was wondering what you were making. And what do you mean the static got to it? Is this just finished my Cricut project? Oh, okay. Is this something that you're gonna hang on your door? I don't have a door to my office. My office is literally in a second living room, so I don't have a door. If I did, it'd be a lot quieter in here. Katie says she shared something in food. So, of course, we have a food section. Let's go, Katie. Yes, everyone is always walking in. They knocked once, I walk in. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, isn't it? Just being Nikki coming in with that Grogu. Let's go, little baby Yoda. Marie Martin Derp. Hi. Oh, hey. Happy New Year, Coffee Nation. Happy New Year to you as well, Maria. How you doing today? Let's go, Just Being Nikki. So this is Just Being Nikki's first diamond painting project, y'all. They were working on this on stream. You're doing great. You're doing great. Keep it up. All right, Beyblade has a spoiler on their image. So if you are someone working on a diamond painting mystery kit, or if you have one in your stash that you don't want revealed, now is the time to look away, as I'm about to reveal what this one looks like. Because we do that here. Oh, god damn. I wasn't ready for that. Oh, god damn. That is awesome. Beyblade, wow. Yes, these diamond painting kits get a little crazy sometimes. And this is a mystery kit, meaning she didn't know what this, or they didn't know what this looked like until they started putting the drills on it. That is insane. I wanted this mystery kit. I actually got one of the, it's not a mystery kit. It came in the mystery box. I got a diamond painting that came in the mystery box that I was supposed to unbox on the 24th. And then I was told not to. So you guys will see one of the images that was supposed to come in this last mystery box that was released right before Christmas. We got progress. Let's go. We're almost done with this Wonder Woman 1984. It was from DAC's mystery box number 2 and Stokes. Let's go. Yeah, the amount of detail in that dragon is like insane. Let's do a close up. It won't let me get any closer. Look at the veins and the wings. And the white spots that you're seeing up here on the wings, that's the shine of it. If I had to guess from looking as far away as I am, is this a square? Now with diamond painting, of course, it comes in 2 shapes, round and square. Square is going to give you more detail. Round is going to make it a little bit more sparkly. Squares will also give you more of a shimmer, where rounds will give you more of a sparkle. That is incredible. Thank you so much for sharing that, Beyblade. I appreciate you. Alright, so that's what we have going on in the Discord. And of course, at any time, if you would like to see the stuff going on in the Discord, just shoot on over to the Discord. And you can put stuff in there anytime. It doesn't just have to be through when we're doing stream. So thank you, everyone. The only one that I ask that you don't put anything in yet is the YouTube one, because that's for whenever I'm live on YouTube. 70 by 105, 27 inch by 41.3 inch. It's about 1/3 done. Let's go. Dot Jade Peg, welcome in. How are you doing today? Wow, that dragon is nuts. Yes, these diamond paintings get a little bit crazy with the designs and stuff. You can get a diamond painting literally of any and everything. And if you're an artist and say you want to try out diamond painting and you want to diamond paint one of your own images, there are companies that do what they call custom diamond paintings, where you submit a picture and then they turn it into a diamond painting and send it to you. One of my favorite companies to get customs from is Craft Ease. Now, I will say, if the image isn't really detailed, like it doesn't have like a big background or something, get it in round. But if it has a lot of detail in it, get it in square, because you're going to want that detail to pop out of the image if you're working on it. So there's that. But thank you, everybody, for sharing what you're working on over in the Discord. I don't know who that is, but whatever. Do you have your own custom diamond painting wax thing? Sorry, I don't know what it's called. The command, if you do ! tools, it should come up there. When it comes for wax, I typically go to Star Ore to get the purple wax or the blue wax. Patty wax, if you get patty wax and if you press down hard like I do, you're going to want to go with, if you press down hard like I do, you're going to want to go with the Patty Wax SS. Because I'm not sure if the Amazon, if you do !Amazon, somebody in chat for me, please. !Amazon will have Star Ore on it, as well as they do sell some of their stuff over on Amazon, and you might be able to get some of their wax over there as well. Thank you so much for that link. I'm not 100% sure if they still have the wax on the site, though. I didn't see it this morning whenever I was grabbing the link, so I'm not sure if they'll have it over there. So yeah, Star Ore has a website, and they have a storefront on Amazon. So you can just, if you're outside of the US, you're going to want to pick the Amazon that is their website. If you're in the US, you might get lucky and be able to grab it off their website. Do you use the same wax in your single placer as the wax in your multi-placer? Yes. So today my wax came from this little plate of wax. Hold on a second. Oh, about to say, did I lose it again? This is where my wax is coming from for my pen and stuff. So there's purple wax in there, which I need to file that down so that it's not so whatever. And that's how you know you press hard, is when it starts to take the shape of the drills. But you just take a nail file and file it down and it'll fix that right up. And if you don't like doing all that because it's a pain in the ass, you can get metal tips as well. Dream, welcome in. How you doing today? Never tardy for the party. We just getting started. How you doing? But I typically will use the same wax in my single placer that I use in my multi-placer. And if for any reason after this live stream, if people are watching on the VOD or whatnot, if you have questions and would like links to any of this...
Something went wrong.
Ain't nobody was talking to you, ma'am. God, she's so nosy. But for any reason, if you would like to ask questions about anything you see, or you want a link to something in chat that you weren't able to grab, feel free to message me. I'm on all the socials. Discord probably be a little bit easier just because everything's there as well. And I can link all the things for you if you would like. Have you tried chit? Dorsey loves DP. How you doing today? Welcome in. Yes, I have. I really do like the chit. Chit, it comes from Enabler's Outpost, so the link for that is also in there. I do like the chit. I only got a small portion of it though, and I used up what I had, and I let the other stuff dry out in my pen. I got it right after my surgeries, I want to say, and I didn't like do anything special to it. I left it in the pen, and it worked when I went to go use it, but then after like a week or so of using it, it got really weird in the pen, so I had to take it out, and I didn't have any more, and I haven't got a chance to go over and buy any more, but I do plan on getting some more of it because I did like it. It's very comparable to Randa's Putty from Randa's Crafty Corner over on Etsy, and I know Enabler's Outpost has their own like website now. Okay, can I type without this plastic being in the way? Dolphin Craze says, I've been having better luck with putty in my multi-placer. I'd go back to DAC Pink Wax for single placing, and DAC single placer is amazing. Dorsey says, thank you, you're welcome. Kiona says, posted the sign up in the door. Nice. All right, we'll check it out once we go back over there. Okay. Ow. Alright. Flip that back up. Let's get this. I'm procrastinating on this eye. Like, notice how slow I got when I got to this eye. I don't know what it is about the eye. I'm just like, I don't want to work on the eye. So I'm trying to hurry up and get it done so I can be done with it. Violet says, my own question, sealing diamond paintings. Product recommendations. Of course, it needs to be something that dries completely clear so that the sparkle doesn't get clouded or ruined. Yes. So, recommendations for sealers. Now, I don't typically seal my diamond paintings. I have sealed diamond paintings in the past, but when it comes to poured glue, I don't feel it's necessary because the glue is strong enough to hold it. But if you feel ever inclined to seal your diamond painting, one thing I would highly recommend is Minwax. And I'll get you a link for it over on Amazon because that's typically where I get it from. But Minwax has a clear glossy spray that I like to use, and it dries clear. It doesn't make your project stiff as a board, and it works really well. Let's see if I can find the spray. All right, there's the spray. I just need the red label of the spray. No, give me the spray. I just need the red label. The red label means the clear gloss. They have it in the stuff that you can paint it on, but I prefer the spray. Here, I'll give you the stuff that you can like kind of paint on, but this is what I use whenever I seal my diamond paintings. Paste. There you go. There's a link for that. Because I think I want to seal this one when I'm done and hang it up because I love it so much and it's very special to me. Yes, that is what I use to seal diamond paintings when I do seal diamond paintings. Now, I can tell you that I've had paintings that are on my wall right now that have been on my wall for the last at least year. The one, because I did go through a change in February with some of the kits on the wall. Some of these kits have been on the wall since we moved in like 2 years ago. And so I can tell you that I do go over them every once in a while with a soft bristled toothbrush just to make sure there's no dust or debris or anything on them. And dog hair because, you know, I have a Husky and a German Shepherd and they do shed like crazy. The pet glitter in my house is ridiculous. But I can honestly say I think there's been only 1 or 2 kits where I've lost drills and they weren't DACs. One of them is an old school DIY moon shop and the other one is a mystical diamond painting. I lost like 1 drill on each. Yay, the eyes are done. Okay, so the eyes are done. E. Phil the Leo. Can we get a shout out for Phil the Leo, please? How's it going, Phil the Leo? This is looking so good. It's like you're doing pixel art on physical level. Exactly. We're going to leave that dryer sheet in there just because I don't feel like putting it back in there. All right, and that has a... So these are called drill straighteners. So whenever your drills are not straight or they're acting kind of crazy when you put them on the canvas, you can use this and you just slide it between the drills to kind of straighten them up a little bit. Thank you for that shout out for Phil the Leo. I have learned to accept the chaos of wonky drills. I'm glad you finally have learned this because it takes people a while to learn that you have to just accept the chaos and go with it. Even with someone with OCD, I know that these drills will never be as straight as I want them to be. And to make them that way, it would take years to complete a kit. And the way my life is set up, my attention span is about a week on a kit before I'm like, I'm over it. So yeah, we can't be having that. I need a 7 placer in one of these. What do we got in that one? So as you can see, the pins are interchangeable, meaning you can take out the placers, and these are called blanks. Okay, so these special pins, whenever they don't have placers in them, are called blanks, and you can put in your own placers into them. Sometimes they don't fit snugly like you want to, and sometimes you just have to wrap a little bit of washi tape around it and shove it in there. But I'm not going to do it to this one. In with that raid. Thank you so much, Hilo. I appreciate you. How was your stream? What did you get into? Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. My name is Caffeinated Doodler. I'm a self-taught artist here on Twitch. I've been self-taught for the last 2.5 or 3.5 or 2, almost 3 years. Good God. But I've been here on Twitch for about 7 months, just kind of getting a feel for the place. I'm actually a crafter from over on YouTube where I do things like this, which is diamond painting. I also do crochet and all the things in between. And if you would like to learn more, ! YouTube will take you there. Here on Twitch, we do mostly art, community challenge diamond paintings, and we also play games like Disney Dreamlight and Sims 4 on Thursdays, and then Fridays are community game night where we play Dead by Daylight, Fall Guys, Among Us, Jackbox, or anything that we can find that's free or cheap for the community to play. So if you would like to join us, just go ahead and hit that follow button. I love it when you press all my buttons. So welcome in, Hilo and friends. How are we doing today? What's going on, Solid Wings? What's going on, Shep? Hello, Hilo. How are you doing today? So yes, you're seeing something a little bit different than what you're normally used to seeing here. I am diamond painting today. I did a community challenge, and so we are diamond painting today instead of, I think this has a 7 placer on it. Yeah, it does. We're diamond painting today instead of doing my art stream. So what did you get up to today there, Hilo? Would you like to share anything? Yes, so this is a diamond painting. So what I'm doing is I'm taking these little colorful diamonds, as they're called, or sometimes they're called drills, and I'm placing them on the corresponding symbols. Think paint by numbers, but with 3D little resin pieces. And you make this cute little sparkly image, and this one, of course, is going to be of Rick and Morty, which this one I'm doing for my husband because he's a huge Rick and Morty fan. Not that I'm not, but he's a bigger fan than me, and if I tell him that I'm keeping this, the way he will steal this off the wall when I'm not paying attention. I was doing that spaceship. That spaceship. What's that spaceship? You wanna share a picture? Thank you so much, Gypsy, for that link. So yeah, so this is actually what I'm known for over on YouTube, as it is the primary craft that I do on my channel over there. And we did a community challenge to see if they wanted me to try it over here, and they said yes. And because I got a webcam, I was like, all right, bet, let's see if we can get this working. So it looks like so far so good. And usually when you first start these, you do 1 drill at a time, which seems kind of tedious, but it can be very relaxing to do. Because I've been doing this for so long, you will see me as I'm multi-placing. And yeah, I can't single place anymore. I can only single place when there's like a bunch of stuff in the way that there's not a bunch of the same symbol, but I can't do it just because I want to do it. This is not the way my hands are set up anymore, unfortunately. Goodbye, everyone, and have a safe and happy new year. God bless you all. Jesse, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. We really appreciate it. Hope you have a safe and happy new year as well. Sky Hunter, welcome in. How are you doing today? Evening, Miss Coffee. It's Ray from Facebook. Well, happy new year to you, Ray, as well. How are you doing today? Nothing is done yet, though. Thank you, Hilo. So no sensual rubbing today, Hilo. We're just doing the spaceship. I haven't seen you go live in the longest time, and I thought you stopped going live again, and I was like, tell me this, mother. He did not stop going live again, and it just seems that you go live when I stream, and I'm like, God dang it. Hilo, we have to stop meeting like this. I was getting ready to find him. Like, I have a particular set of skills. I will find you. And I will yell at you. Like, he'll be held captive and made to stream for longer than 2 hours. Like, you can't get this milkshake until you get on there for 2.5 hours. My daughter left her tablet on, right? And I just keep seeing this light flashing, and I'm like, what the f is that light that I'm seeing? It's her freaking tablet over there. Problem is, I don't know where she went, and I can't call for her unless I use the echo, but then I'd have to echo every room in the house because I don't know where she got off to. And I also don't know if she went with her dad. No strawberry milkshake for you, Hilo. The Demon King is nobody's captive. Not right now, you're not. Let you stop streaming again. Between you and Jomio, I don't know what's worse. Y'all kick up my anxiety. Where are you, Hilo? Come back. It's probably Slazy's fault. We're just gonna say it's Slazy's fault why you don't stream. And where's Slazy been at? Slazy hasn't even been streaming. We're definitely gonna have to do another diamond painting stream because the amount of work I'm getting done today, I'm super excited. I might not get it finished, but I at least got way more work done on this than I would have if I hadn't been streaming. Adios to everyone. See you next year. Reese's Cup, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a happy and safe new year. Hey, Cereba, you getting that work done? You can't blame it on me this time. Cereba's like, I ain't working on shit. Cereba's like, I'm over here playing this damn game. Leave me alone. Alright, so the skin tone. Let's finish the skin tone for him, so I don't have to come back to it. Alright, and some of these drills are like stuck together, which is annoying the piss out of me right now. So we are going to take care of that. First, we're going to get rid of these drills that are not supposed to be in here. Pointed tweezers are not good for this, but that's okay. Come here, drip. Okay, where's my other tweezers? Jeez, Alright. Drill grinder time. I'm working on Wonder Woman you showed. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I found my other plate of wax. The one that was missing. It got stuck to the bottom of my drill grinder. So this is a drill grinder. So what happens is sometimes when you get drills, when they come in, they're stuck together, whether it be by static or just pure hatred of you and everything about your life. This just takes and twists them around a little bit to knock them loose. You don't want to press down, you just want to twist it until there's no more resistance. No more resistance. And it should knock them all out of your tray there. And now we actually have drills that we can work with. We loves to see it. It's the tiny victories, y'all. Celebrate your tiny victories. I'm working on... That's right. Hold up. You're almost done with that kit. Is that the kit you said you wanted to get done today? You don't have much more of that kit left. I'm on the email list for my 40-year-old daughter, and I hope they fix the problem of sticking. By the time you get the second round of this kit, they should have fixed the problem. Because they typically don't have problems going. That's right, you were the last one I showed. Sorry, I want to close my blinds. They typically don't. Their problems, where they do have problems like any other company will, they typically fix them pretty quickly, so I don't think it'll be an issue. Now, they had a round of kits that went out, and if you do happen to get the shit drills, you can always message them to let them know that the drills you got were clumpy and stuck together and whatever, and they, of course, will send you out replacement drills, which kind of is a pain in the ass, but it's better than having to try to figure out a workaround for the crazy drills. I just decided not to do it because it's the holiday season, and the way those drills would never get here, so I was just like, no, I'll just use my drill grinder, not a big deal. That's what I bought it for. Drills have to be super bad for me to actually like contact the company and be like, hey, I need you to send me replacements. And where the static and stuff in this was annoying, it wasn't like the kit was unmanageable to do with the annoying drills, and I got through most of the kit with the annoying drills anyways, so I was like, I might as well just finish it up with the annoying drills, pull out the drill grinder. Now, the way I had to go search the archives for the drill grinder, because I haven't used it in years, but if nothing else, I know I have two of them. I just can't find that second one, because I just got one in a mystery box from Enabler's Outpost not too long ago, and I remember getting it going, when am I gonna ever use this? And then I put it away somewhere, and now I don't know where the hell I put it. Keep watching people have the patience for this fascinates me. Yeah, Hilo, you would be surprised how relaxing this is. And I've been doing these for 5 years over on YouTube. And in that 5 years, I've completed over 150 of these. They are so much fun. The problem is, the only reason why I've completed so many is because I worked really fast to get through them, because people don't want to see you work on the same kit for the next 2 years. So I would work through them really fast, and then I found out that when you do that, you burn yourself out on doing it. So don't do that. Work on it at your leisure. If you feel like working on it, work on it. If you don't, don't. Nobody's going to tell you that, you know, it's against the law for you not to work on it for a day or two. And if they do, tell them to eat your ass. Not literally, just figuratively, because that's gross. I mean, unless you're into that sort of thing. We're not looking at Shadow for that. Draw face repeat. You're still back there? What are you doing back there? Sky Hunter says, very glad for that info. I have been watching you struggle, and I don't have the patience. My bipolar fits to the extreme anger. Yes. As someone who is also a fellow bipolar, when you do something too quickly, you tend to get burnt out on it. And I would get angry every Friday night because I did not want to work on this kit. I was like, this kit, I don't want to work on this. I want to draw. And I learned that taking the break, instead of working on it off camera, I don't work on it off camera anymore. The only time I work on diamond painting is when I'm on camera. Taking that break in between has helped with not feeling so anxious about it or feeling like I need to get it done. Not having people ask me, you know, what my next kit is and, you know, how much longer am I going to be working on this one has also helped. Plus, the people that are used to me working really fast are no longer diamond painting. So they're not like wondering what the hell's taking me so long. Most of the people that started diamond painting when I first started are now probably cross stitching or crocheting or doing something else because they also got burnt out on it and they decided to take a break and work on something else. So yeah, when you work on the same thing over and over again for a number of years, you do tend to get bored with it. So it's healthy to take a break from what you're currently working on and try something new or different that's going to challenge your mind and body to be a better you. I'm still swatching pencils. I'm excited. So, see, yesterday you weren't happy about it, and today you're excited about it. Speaking of that, hey, draw, erase, repeat. You streaming today? I'm not gonna raid you. I think you would shit your pants if you got a raid of how many people in here? 91. I'm not gonna raid you. I promise. I was asking. I'm just asking. All right. So, skin tone for Morty. Sylvia says, I started to follow you when you used to finish kits so fast. I have been for a while. Yeah. Oh, shit. We got Knives in the chat. What's going on, Knives? How's it going? Welcome in. Can we get a shout out for Hell's Knives, please? They stream gaming here on Twitch. They usually do it late night for me, though. But they do stream gaming here on Twitch. So if you are into video games, check out Hell's Knives 666. Yes, we love to see it. Welcome in, Hells. How you doing today? So you're seeing me do something different.
No, I don't. I'm not nice.
He's not nice.
He is nice. Clip it. Clip it. Clip it. I dare you. You need to clip it. We need all the proof.
He said he was proud of
Listen to the evil maniacal laugh. He's not nice.
Once. Not a single spot of evil. Whoa, all the evil.
He is a pure and clean boy.
How did everything just work against me?
Because in your heart of hearts.
What a clip to get.
I do not.
It's the luck of the draw there, Hells. So, you're seeing me diamond paint instead of do art. There was a community challenge. Also, this is what I'm known for over on YouTube for doing. So, my friends came over to say hey and check me out here on the Twitch.
Oh, God. Oh, there's other robots.
So it's a different type of art today. I've been going since the beginning, but I have found to do multiple kits at once can overcome my burnout as well as coloring. Facts. Man, I miss my friends. Skylander says, I finally finished the kit and had the worst drills. They were already problem getting the kit, so I didn't contact the seller, just need to code it. Yes, sometimes it's more applicable to just bare your teeth and get through it, because contacting a company, depending on the company, it can be a pain in the ass. And typically, if it's around a holiday or if they just released a bunch of kits or something, I typically don't contact companies unless I absolutely have to. Like, the kit has to be destroyed, the drills have to be missing, like, and that's the one major time that I will contact a company, because I'm not going into my spares. I'm not supposed to. You're supposed to supply me with the kit. I paid you. Supply me what you were supposed to supply me with. So if it's missing drills or something, I will contact the company. But for the most part, if it's not missing drills and if it's just like a pain in the ass because the drills are stuck together, as long as it's not horrifically bad, I won't contact the company. Surprisingly, with this kit, there were a bunch of static drills, which was annoying. But that's not something that I can't fix quickly by myself. But the clumping of the drills was only like maybe 2 or 3 drills colors, and that was it. Katie says, I have about 3 whips. One is a peacock from Amazon, one is a flower market girl, and the last is Fuji Flora. I didn't used to do multiple whips just because I get really anxious when I have multiple kits open. And I'm learning that it's not a bad thing. Like, I've learned to deal with the judging kit staring at me from the craft table as I'm cooking dinner and shit. I'm still with you on that, though, Sylvia. I will only do 1 kit at a time. I tend to try to want to finish a kit before I start on anything else. What side is it? Of course, it's on the other side. I don't think this is going to reach all the way over there, so we're going to have to bring it over here. You can just sit over here. How about that? I have found that the darker colors seem more likely to be stuck together. Yes, that's why whenever I do unboxing videos, I always look at the darker colors because they are the ones that have the most issue. I also find that working with darker colors triggers my depression for some god-awful reason. So I tend not to work with dark colors too often just because no. There are a few kits where I'm like, I'll risk it for the goddamn biscuit. But there's most of the kits, I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. I would much rather send that one out to one of the completers to finish for me versus me complete it myself, because no. Problem is now is getting them out to the post office because everybody's snowed in from all the snow, but hopefully by Monday or Tuesday they should have the post office back open. The poor post office, part of the roof caved in, and so I couldn't send stuff off because I wasn't about to travel 20 minutes into town just to go drop stuff off at the post office. I was like, yeah, forget this. Creative Pixie says, I still have the same DP from last year out on the table and I haven't worked on it. Not going to lie. Do you want to trash it and possibly do a snack size? I wouldn't trash it. I would just put it off to the side with the drills and then just do the snack kit. Because you don't know, you might want to come back to it at a later point. Even if it's not for another year or so, you might want to come back to it at another point. So throwing it away, you know, that's final. But if you just push it off to the side and wait for you to feel like doing it, you might actually feel like doing it one day. Unless you're about to move soon. If you're about to move soon, take and chuck that shit in the trash. That's one less thing you have to worry about moving around. Creative Pixie says it's a Dreamers. Chuck it in the trash immediately. No, hold up. Wait. No, that's Dolphin Craze working on the cat. I'm about to say, no, you're close to finishing that cat. You're finishing it. But that's Dolphin Craze. Dolphin Craze is working on their new, supposedly improved, but they were having issues with it, with some of the colors. Yeah, and contacting them, that lady that thinks that she's like all that, look, listen, I'll chop that lady right in her goddamn esophagus. Oh my god, do I hate that lady and her fake niceness. You know goddamn well she's a bitch in real life. You just look at her face. You can tell she's not a nice person in real life. And don't get me wrong, I don't have any vendetta against Dreamer Designs, but that lady, oof, that lady, me and that lady could have words. We could have words. That Caitlyn lady, or whatever the hell her name is, the way she's been rude to so many freaking people when they ask for help with their kits and stuff. Ugh, gosh, she irritates the piss out of me. Sad part is, I'd cuss her out and still buy a kit from Dreamer Designs. Not because I would want to, but because for the channel, I need to make sure that the kits are actually improving, because people ask about them all the time. Anytime I do a review of a diamond painting company and I give it a bad review, I always get people that ask if they've changed. So I tend to try to keep up with going back and checking to make sure to see if the company has made any changes or whatnot. The problem is, maybe I'll work on Dreamer Designs next, because I do have 3 of them that I have that I would really like to work on. That's a thought. The printing on the canvas is better than before, but they didn't upgrade / change their drills, and they need to be updated. And I'm now down to my 2 last sections. I'm finishing this picture, and then staying away from them until they upgrade their drills. Oh, God. Okay, awesome. I'm all set for tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Are you streaming tomorrow? Maybe. No need to talk about it while you're streaming. Can we get a shout out for Cold Burn, please? That's why I was asking. I comes for the chill. can chill, but you're still gonna get a shout out. You're gonna get a forced shout out at gunpoint. The Little Comet, welcome in. How are you doing today? Thank you for that shout out for Cold Burn. Miss Coffee and lovely chatters, welcome in. Guys, if you don't know the Little Comet, they're the ones that made that hat that I had so many questions about. So Little Comet, it's time for Q&A with Little Comet 1. What was that hat?
Yeah, I got a real thing for eyes. Even better if they're monster eyes. They look green to me.
The Oogie Boogie hood. Yes, that's what I thought it was, but it wasn't like green, so I was like, is that Oogie Boogie? I don't want to say it's Oogie Boogie, and it's not Oogie Boogie.
But hey, it could have just been a mistake in the moment.
So can we also get a shout out for the Little Comet, as they are, I want to say they're in Australia. And they do crafting and art here on Twitch. So for all of our crafty peeps that live on that side of what they call the pond, makes a new friend. We loves to see it. I'm back. Glad to see you're still on. Yep, we're still here. I don't know if I made much progress since you left, but but we're still here. I think we have probably another hour left before I'm done. I'm gonna say an hour because it should take Mr. Coffee about that much time to get back here. Steph Creates, welcome back. How you doing? And little comment, I know you do crafting. Have you ever tried diamond painting? Just asking for myself. I like watching diamond painting, but my animals would eat them if I owned them. Kiki, what's going on? I think I got about 1.5 hours left to finish this Rick and Morty. We'll start number 2 tomorrow. Let's go. Little comment says, look, I thought about it. I do cross stitch, and my hands are riddled with I can't say that word to save my life. Rheumatic arthritis, so tiny things are hard. I feel like I would just completely spill sparklers everywhere. Surprisingly, where you will spill them, I will tell you that right now. No matter how advanced you are, I've been doing this for 5 years. Okay, I would say I wouldn't say I'm an expert. I would say I know what I'm doing, and even I still spill my drills often, which is why typically when I diamond paint, I have a blanket in my lap, because then it catches the drills so they don't fall all over the floor. But you'd be surprised. The little drills They tend to, as long as you have a good tray and a good diamond painting pen, you should be straight. I also didn't realize that there was this many people online that like diamond painting. Not on Twitch anyways. On YouTube, diamond painting is a big thing, but on Twitch, I wasn't expecting this. So again, thank you to everybody who came out. Diamond painting's been around a while, because when I found it, the company that I'm currently working on, they still had double-sided tape kits, and they now have poured glue. And they had been around, I want to say, a year or two before I started. Diamond painting's been around for a while. Long while. I only found it because I was bored after we moved from Pennsylvania, and I refused to make friends or go out and talk to people. So I saw an ad on Facebook and was like, oh, well, let me try that, because I like to crochet, but I wanted to break from crocheting because I was doing it so often. And now I diamond paint. 2010 in China. There you go. Vicky has arthritis as well, and I diamond paint. You just have to take it easy sometimes. Saphira says they do have thicker pens for people who have arthritis. So yeah. So you see there's a... Well, you can't see the pins. Alright, so if I push my camera this way, just a little bit. There's pens there on my desk. So they come in all different shapes and sizes. Now, the pen I'm currently using was made for me by a friend of mine. And so it's smaller than I usually work with. I usually work with what's called thicker than a Snicker pens. Now, these pens are super fat in stature. And they're the ones you're seeing right here. So let me show them to you real quick. So for those folks who have arthritis or problems with your hands, these blanks, as I call them, come in many different sizes and shapes, and they do have like this like rib texture on them. Rib for your pleasure. So you have this size, and then you get a little bit bigger with this size, which is my diamond pen, right? And then you get a little bit bigger with this one. This one's a thick pen. This is 2C's thickness. And there's little bats in there, and they come in all kinds of decorative whatever. I usually have a bunch of rainbow pens, because if you know, you know. And then you have something like this. This is a specialty pen. It's a lava pen, so the stuff on the inside moves back and forth. But it's also considered a medium-sized pen. And depending on how bad your hands are, you can get what we call the 3Cs. This is considered a 3C pen. It's super thick. It's girthy. Or one of my absolute favorite ones is this one. This one is Big Bertha. Big Bertha, like I have big bear paws, okay? And you're not dropping this and not breaking something, okay? You're breaking the floor, your foot, a dog. You're breaking something if you drop this. This is a bigger pen. It's not super heavy, but it's big enough that if you have arthritis or your hands bother you holding small stuff like this, that's not gonna bother you. And my dad, who is at the crisp age of 60-something, early 60s, he diamond paints as well. He also has really bad arthritis in his hands from being in the military and being a doctor and then working for the government, whatever the hell he did there. And so he uses the super thick pens, and he doesn't have a problem. He'll be sitting there diamond painting for hours, and then he'll call me to let me know that he's diamond painting so that he can get his 7 chuckles in at the fact that I'm not diamond painting and he's diamond painting, and maybe he should have the diamond painting channel. And then when I tell him to do it, he tells me no. So yeah, there's that. Reminds me of when I dropped a tape measure on my toe, nail came off. That hurt like a bitch. Oh, jeez. Ouch. I have several pens and change between them. Yep. And that's why you will see that I have a pile of pens just chilling here on my desk. Is because I will change between the pens depending on how my hands are feeling. I don't have arthritis or anything, but I do like to make sure that I have a slew of pens to use in case I want to change them. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera angle right again. I have tiny hands. There's nothing wrong with tiny hands. Sorry. I don't know why I don't just look over there, but whatever. Whatever. So yeah, if you want to start, they do make smaller ones. You don't have to get the poster size ones like the one I'm working on now. You're obviously only seeing the part that I'm working on anyways. But they do make smaller kits for those folks that are interested. They usually sell those over on Amazon. There is a difference in kits that you can get. Again, if you're buying diamond painting kits and you're new to it, please stay away from Paint with Diamonds or Paint Gym, as they do not legally license company artists, and they are very quick to steal artists' artwork. We don't support that here, so try to go for a more reputable company if you decide to do that, or find one of these little random companies on Amazon that, you know, you can tell the artwork is just like whatever. Thank you so much for that, Gypsy. Yes, art theft is a huge epidemic in the craft community, whether it be for like Cricut crafts or what have you. It gets pretty bad. So we typically don't purchase from companies like that. Now, companies like the one I'm working on now, they're called legally licensed companies, and they literally pay the artist for their artwork and per unit of art sold. So every time a kit sells, the artist gets paid. So you're not only supporting an artist when you buy these, you're supporting the dream of an artist becoming a full-time artist as well. So that's why we only go for the legally licensed artwork when it comes to diamond painting, which are the companies that I listed in my top 5. Any company that you hear me talk about, more than likely, is going to be legally licensed. In the crochet community as well. Yep. I've known plenty of people that have gone out and done like the Elsa hats, and the Elsa hats, or the Anna hats, they're the Anna ones, and they go to sell them, and Disney sends them a cease and desist because you're not legally allowed to sell stuff Disney based, obviously. And people are just like, well, if they have enough money, I'm just gonna sell these, and then they go to sell them, and Disney's like, haha, no, you're not, bitch. So yeah, it's kind of hilarious. And then in Cricut, oh, don't even get me started in the Cricut community. They give 0 F's about anything artist related. They will straight up steal it right off your Instagram and put it on a damn cup and sell it. I swear to God they will. I've seen them do it. And it's the most disheartening thing to see people not give a crap about people's artwork or anything, and they just sell it. Nike is a big one over there in the sublimation community, and Nike has started going after people, and they're over there getting mad because they can't steal it to make a profit off of it. And I'm like, you's a bunch of idiots. And Disney watches everything very closely. They sure do. AliExpress and Wish have stolen crocheters' pictures for their own products they wrote the pattern for, and they use the advertise their scuffled versions. Yep. They have stolen thumbnails from my videos over on AliExpress many times. You will probably still even see them over there. Because I personally don't go over and watch Wish, but my coffee beans, every once in a while, if one of them goes over to Wish and not Wish, but AliExpress, if they see like AliExpress will have like a picture of my hands, and then of course you can't miss my hands because usually I have on really long nails. I have a star tattoo on my hand, and they will straight up use my pictures from my videos. And over on YouTube, you don't typically see my face; they only ever see my hands, which is why I always have my nails done. And they will literally just take a snapshot of one of my steals from the picture and use it for their advertising. And I'm like, no, I didn't give you permission to do that. Well, would you mind? I'm like, you're not going to ask me after the fact. No, you cannot. Take it down now or legal action will be taken. The problem is they have different copyright laws in China and stuff, and they don't go by the same laws as us, so they will very much use your stuff. And then a lot of the times, depending on the seller, if you tell them that it's yours, they don't care. They're like, so we don't care. What are you gonna do about it? You can't do nothing about it. Our country doesn't see copyright like that. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass. But let you do anything Sailor Moon or whatever related, they fucking lose their shit. Black Cat 5419, how are you doing today? Welcome in. What color am I on? I'm on his hair. Okay. That happens a lot. I'm like, what the hell am I working on? I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing good. Fibro fog does that to me all the time. Just be sitting there in the middle of something like, hold up, wait, what the hell am I doing? That's what I like to call stroke brain. So I don't think I've ever talked about the stroke here on Twitch, but a few years ago, right, I woke up one morning and I had a really bad headache. Now, just to give you a little bit of background here, I suffer from horrific migraines and I have anemia, which means I have a low iron count, or I did. So I woke up one morning, and migraines have been something I've dealt with since I was 16. And I will usually get a really bad migraine before that time of the month. So I just chalked it up to it was almost that time of the month. Now, I don't remember a whole lot from this story, so a lot of this story is secondhand from my husband. But I woke up one morning and I couldn't see straight. Like, everything was glazed over. It was almost like I was drunk. And I couldn't talk right or anything, and I didn't feel good. And I'm like, I'm gonna go sleep this off. Now, my husband, being the person that he is, was like, something is wrong. This isn't my wife. So he called my dad. My dad, of course, used to be a doctor. So anytime we have any problems with us, we call my dad first, just to see if we can save on the medical bill. So my dad was like, it sounds like she's having a stroke. Take her out to the ER now. Luckily for us, we live 2 minutes from the hospital where I live. So, we drive down to the ER. I, of course, get wheeled back immediately. They wheel me back. They throw a stroke code, and they start pumping me full of fluids and all kinds of weird things. The next thing I know, I have some weird guy with a big burly mustache or beard in my face, and he's asking me who the president is, and I'm like, he ain't my president. He's like, all right, she's coming back. She's coming back. And, so after the whole thing was said and done, it been found that I had a mild stroke at the crisp age of, I'm going to say I was like 36, and I'm currently 38. And so, I was told that it was because my iron levels had gotten so low that it threw me into a stroke. Now, because it was mild, I don't suffer any physical damage from it. Every once in a while, my face will start to not droop, but it almost feels like it's numb, and I can't move it every once in a while. Another reason why I don't like showing my face too often. It's a pretty face, but I just don't like showing it too often. But I deal with that sometimes, which is very rare. And the one main thing that it did affect was my memory. I have lost a lot of my long-term memory, so I don't remember lots of things from my childhood or whatnot. Don't feel bad. I'm fine. But I've lost a lot of memories from, like, my childhood. It wasn't a good childhood anyway, so I'm not going to miss those memories. And short-term memories loss is a big factor in it, as well as sometimes I'll be doing something and I won't remember what I'm doing. Or, like, I'll put something down and I'm like, where the hell did I put that thing at? Like, we had a box of cereal that went missing whenever we were doing, like, our Elf on the Shelf. A box of cereal went missing. We still haven't found the box of cereal. I think we did find it once and then it got lost again. So, yeah, we call that the stroke brain over here. Caffeinated. I finished the box. Let's go. Colburn says, where am I? Why am I here? Did I always have a second dog? Facts. Now, I remember, like, the dogs and stuff, but, like, family, I've talked to my aunt once since it happened, and I didn't remember who she was at first, and it freaked me out, and I was like, what the hell? And I'm like, I know I'm supposed to know who she is, but I have no clue who this is. And then my dad's like, your Aunt Cynthia? And I was like, oh, hey, Auntie Cynthia. Oh, snap. This might be worse than I thought. So, yeah, it's every once in a while. The memory thing is just always, like, people will have conversations with me, and then the next day will have no recollection of it. It's alright, Shep. I've learned to deal with it. It's been 2 years now. I still have episodes where I will space out, and I'll come to it, and everybody, like, I'll be at the kitchen table. And it's usually if I'm stressed out about something, I'll space out, I noticed. And then when I come to, everybody's staring at me, I'm like, what the hell are y'all staring at? Stop staring at me. Oh, there she is. Did you go with Daddy? You left your tablet on, Toots.
Yeah.
Are you just gonna leave that on? Alright, bet.
It's only 98%.
Is that 98%? Oh, is it charging?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you turn it off? That's the way you hate me.
You maybe want to close your eyes for this.
Yay, thank you.
Hi, guys.
That's the ADH brain for me. LOL, that sucks, Coffee. I'm really glad you're okay and shit. Who knew anemia could do that? I didn't. And because of the stroke, it puts me at a high risk for heart attack. And so if you would have met me, let's say 3 years ago, I wasn't as calm as I am now. I was very much not calm. And I've had to learn with my bipolar disorder and everything else how to adjust it to that, because I don't want to have a heart attack. So, and I'm at high risk, of course, for heart attack and a major stroke now since I've had a mild one. So I have to be watched very carefully for those health conditions. So that's fucking fun. Everybody says hi, Maggie. She got to go with Daddy, so she's up Daddy's ass now. I had many ECT treatments, shock therapy, when I was first diagnosed with major depression, so huge chunks of my past are gone, plus some short-term memory problems. Yeah, it's the short-term memory that bothers me the most, because I'll be, like, having an argument or something with my husband, and I'm like, I told you to do this, and then I have to sit there and go, did I tell him to do it? Did I remind him to do this? Sir, did you find the Martinellis? You did? Okay. Oh, God. Can you close the blinds over there for me, Toots? Yeah. Thank you. You and Daddy have the same shirt? Because it looks like Daddy has on a t-shirt.
I know, but I mean, like, short sleeves.
Oh, you and Daddy have on short sleeves. Does that make you pretty happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I slipped on the hardwood floor because there was water.
Oh, no. You okay?
I didn't slip on my butt. I hold the wall.
You held the wall?
Yeah.
Okay. For those who don't know, that is my daughter. No, she's not like 5 or anything.
No, I have my normal voice on.
You have your normal voice on now?
Yeah. What?
One time my daughter was talking about when she broke her arm, and I said, what? You broke your arm? It hasn't gotten, I don't think it's gotten that bad. I can remember everything vividly with my kids and stuff, but like childhood stuff, I don't remember at all. Like my dad will tell me that we did something when I was a kid, and I'm like, sure. What the hell is he talking about? Like I'll look to my siblings. What the hell is he talking about? Did we do that? For real? All right, so we got Morty all done. Morty is all done. Why is Maggie talking about boobs?
No.
Oh.
No, I did not.
Maggie, were you talking about boobs again? Colburn says, I'm still surprised shock therapy is still a thing. Granted, it's an elected therapy. Now insisted and forced it like it used to be. I'm surprised it was a thing in the first place. Like, what the hell? He's out here shocking the shit out of themselves. Like, who's signing up for this? Like, yeah, that seems like a good idea. Like, no. I know back in the day, I don't think it was voluntary. Like, Daisy, no. Go. Leave it to her to find a way over here after I block her off. Sorry, I got drills stuck in my tray. So we got about 40 minutes left. And we will take a look at the Discord before we finish for the evening. People who can't take medication still use it sometimes. Really? Did not know that. If you hear that little beepity boop boop, that just means somebody's putting something up in Discord. I hear it sometimes on other people's stream, and I'm like, what the hell is that noise? In a controlled manner, it can be an alternative to medication. Ah. No, I'd rather just stay crazy. I seem happier this way. I have learned to embrace my bipolar disorder and use it for that crackhead energy I need on Friday nights. On Twitch, I tend to be a little bit more calm than I am on YouTube. And I don't know why that is. But on YouTube, it's straight up crackhead person energy. Like, just non-stop for 2 hours. But I can't tell you how happy I am that today is Saturday. Because that just means I don't have to cook. And my husband cooks. And it's the best thing ever. Maybe the music. Our first experience was with more laid back streamers. Maybe. I also think it's because I don't like the silence. I hate when it's dead silent. So I always feel like I have to make noise. I think that's the child in me. The child in me is like, where's the noise? I need noise. My kids are older, so they make noise, but not all the time. So every once in a while, I'll just go poke them to make sure they're still breathing. Since this worked out so well, maybe the last Saturday of the month we can do diamond painting streams. I understand why so many people fall off. Vlogmas 2 weeks in, never again. Oh my god. Rachel always. Kiki Canadian chick says, yes! Okay, alright. Sorry. I was like, hold on, wait, what did I do? I was about to say, hold up, what are you yesing about? I remember. That Johnny Depp? It looks like your dad. It does. So I think that's what we'll do. The last Saturday of every month, we'll have a diamond painting stream here on Twitch. Instead of doing the community challenge, we can do the community challenge for something else. But, I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed this. And it gives me another day to be able to work on my diamond paintings. I always feel bad that I don't work on it, but only on YouTube. And since so many, I didn't realize there were so many diamond painters over here. Since there are so many diamond painters over here, I think we're gonna do this on the last Saturday of every month. Our co-working stream will be diamond painting. I love diamond painting with you 2 days in a row. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Doesn't make you a nerd. I'm glad you like hanging out. I think I was more so worried because I'm not as hype over here as I am over on YouTube. And so you'll have one stream with me where you'll get no work done. And then this is like I'm sorry, let's get some work done. Let's get some work done today. Plus, it's nice especially for new diamond painters, especially because I'm noticing a lot of new diamond painters popping up on Twitch. This is nice for them because then they can come over and ask questions as well. Not like Rachel Ray doesn't do this. Rachel Ray is also over here for those folks that are watching that didn't know. Rachel Ray also does stream here on Twitch. She isn't obviously right now because she's out of state or out of country for family emergency. So y'all keep Rachel in your thoughts. But Rachel Ray's over here. Jeremy from JTMJ Crafts is over here. Trying to get Kiona over here, but she fighting me on it. But we'll get her. We'll get her. Kiana's like, I am already over here. What the hell? Now, I don't remember who that was that asked me earlier about doing how to set up Twitch thing. Who was that? Are they still in here? Because I have questions. Like, am I supposed to make a video of this? Or did you need like a personalized video of this? Asking for myself. Probably should just do a video on it in general because there are, like, when I started, I had so many questions. Oh my god. And there was nothing that was giving me like a direct answer. You got those fake videos that's like, hi, welcome, you want to learn how to do this? All right, we're gonna learn. And then it's like their title screen would come through for 45 minutes and you're just like, oh my god, just show me what I want to know. So maybe I can do like a simplified, this is how you do this shit on Twitch, okay? Because I had to learn this shit mostly on my own. Afro the art bit, ma'am, I'm watching you right now. Like, I'm legit, ma'am. Afro the art babe.